Hi, how you doing? Make sure I rolled the right save. Yeah! Rocking on with this again. I've moved the webcam a bit closer, you can see more of my face, my beard. So yeah. What was I doing? Ah yes, gathering evidence. Not the shield. Stick it on you. Why not? Got the evidence from there. Got all the stuff from there. Got everything from over here. I don't think I need to be in here because I think this literally just... Yeah, it does. Right in here.
Come on!
Yep, pretty much. That's the evidence I need.
Come on!
Oh, there's Donald out again. I'm just getting some levels. Get some more ability, get some more EP. All that good stuff. Reminds me, I think I've got EP from the Grey Warrior bangle thing and I don't think I've equipped it. No, I don't. I don't have one. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to just do this. I don't have a potion, do I? No. Let's go back to Traverse Town. Because I could just go straight on. Come back when I've got the longer key. They're all good and shit. We'll get a portion. See if I've got the money to buy and upgrade the weapon to follow the goofy. Doubt it. I'm not really all that fussed to get one, I get one. You get enough just randomly anyway. And then you get Meteor Strike and I forget what Goofy's shield called, Giga Shield or something like that. I think you get them from End of the World anyway, so it is what it is. It's fine. I'm really not paying attention. I think he likes to that. And he's dropped it down right now. Oh, geez. That'll do. There we go. Now I'm not going to penalty. Hey! warp drive, and then I know I'll have to do gummy ship missions ever again. Anyway. Ooh, what a wheel. Oh shit. Weird noises, you say? Supposed to be showing do it and away. Right, boys. I'm here to shop. I'll have one of them. I think I've got just enough to get one of these. Pick up the stout. We'll pick up the Morning Star. Got no other accessories. Donald. Ain't going to have the star. And I've got me single portion. Back to the gummy ship, head back to Wonderland. Now, if the tree thing has reset because I've left the world, great, I don't have to waste a portion. If it hasn't, I've got the portion. So. Can we do a gummy ship now? This one especially, without moving the stick. The answer is probably. I nearly died because it's that was fun. Yeah, I was with the camera forward because when I leaned back, I realised I was getting really tiny. Tiny. That's not really well. Restaurant that drops you into the Queen's Castle and not the entrance to the world. How peculiar. Right, let's see if this tree's turned around. Nope.
Come on!
Oh, look at this one. Excellent. Do I have the AP for that? No! That's great. I learned the ability and don't have the ability to actually use the ability. Give me a portion and I will go bigger.
This
There you
help.
go, have a portion. I'm huge!
Ha!
Look how he's randomly doing stuff in the forest. Oh yeah, that was. That's what I was after. So that should be 4 bits of evidence. Footprints, claw, stench, antenna. Yeah. Let's go present the evidence. Goopy's got like half a magic point. Or the UI is broken. Yes. Presenting the evidence. What I love about this is the fact that even if you pick Heartless, she still does this.
Come on! Come on! Come on!
So I don't fully understand how all these cards are sort of like short.
See ya!
I'm gonna die on that.
See ya!
Yep. Oh well.
Come on! Come on!
Right, you're distracted. Yeah! She's gone. Now, did I get any more AP? No! Get any new thing? No. Do I get any cake? No. Okay. Onwards! This should be Cheshire again. Thanks for that, cat. Dissuade that way, it doesn't matter. Left, right, up, down, all mixed up thanks to shadows. Deep in the forest of the desert garden, you might find shadows on the upside down. I might. Very merry on the birthday. Sit down to get your present. It's a good present. Cheers, guys. Just what I always wanted. How you doing, Raffy Taffy? Hello, Valen. How you doing? And the Momograth's out grabe. But yeah, the trophy grind, I've literally got proud mode. I've got every other trophy so far. Literally the last trophy I have to get Raffy. There are no others. I'm glad I can be of some assistance. It's always good to have something to occupy you while you're tidying. You know, unless you like tidying. I'm not one of those people who tidies. I mean, I don't know if you can see all of the stuff I have gathered. I'm not one of life's tidiers, I'm one of life's hoarders.
Come on!
I do have 2.8, but it's mine. I don't really share stuff out, but excellent. Hopefully, I'll be getting. Oh, that's what happens when you read the chat. Ah, you're doing the close thing. Yeah, it's always good to have something to occupy you. I'm glad you enjoyed TwitchCon, Valen. I'm just going to ignore the cat again. I might be getting to maybe the next one depending on how this whole thing goes, because obviously I'm not affiliated yet. I still need like 17 followers, I think. So, you know, I'll get there. I mean, I've only been streaming, what? This is my 3rd week. So, you know, I'll get there. At the minute, I just like having a chat. Like, I'm not really looking at numbers. I've just been sort of doing my own thing, and then when I see pretty colours pop up, I'm like, oh, hello. How are you doing? And last week wasn't great because I had that whole flu thing that was going around that everyone had, so my voice was... It was terrible. So welcome everybody. I'll just randomly grind this trophy out. And then on to Kingdom Hearts 2, which I had 0 trophies for, because I haven't played it since it was on the PlayStation 2. So it's all good. Ooh, thank you, Raffy Taffy. That's much appreciated. That helps me one more closer to my current goal. Plus, I like having the sounds. I will do. I'll have to check my calendar, obviously, because if it's TwitchCon London, obviously I have to travel down from the northeast and, you know, work and other stuff. But yeah, I'll definitely, if you give us a reminder when the next one's on, I'll organise something. If I don't have a fight on, or I don't have a show. I don't have a show until April now. So yeah, I've got no shows until April. So if the next one's between now and April, that's great. I think I've got a medieval fighting tournament in February I'm going to do. Oh yeah, absolutely, Valen, absolutely. Take both cults down, because I'm working on channel outwork. I'm gonna pause that so I can talk this out. Obviously, you've got the Cult of Vane on yours. Obviously, I'm the Herald of Chaos, so I'll be going for the Cult of Chaos. It's fairly straight, so we'll take both cults down, so it'll all be good. I might even knock the old hooded robe out. But yeah, I'm currently working on channel artwork, but I'm not a great artist, so I'm doing everything digitally. So I'm drawing all the little things and I'm making sure it's all right. When the new channel artwork's ready, I'll get it up. I'm also going to be trying to design the channel emotes in the same style as the channel artwork, if that makes sense. I've always got temporary stuff up on the channel at the minute, which is... Mate, I stand out anyway, I mean, come on. Long-haired Viking type from the north with a very loud voice when I'm healthy. When I don't have that. But like, yeah, I stand out a lot of the times anyway. But yeah, I get it. Like, this has become popular now, so there's more people who have it. I get that. But yeah, but I definitely want to come out to the next one. Are they all in London, Valen, or are the? Are there some in like Manchester and stuff as well? Or is it always TwitchCon London? Where am I going? I don't rightly remember. It's not there. It's this latch. Duh. We had a case of the Duns. All London. Cool. What was that? I don't even know what was in that box. Eh? It probably wasn't anything important. I don't know. But yeah, so definitely be up for that. That'll be cool. Okay, meet some other peeps. Obviously, I assume because it's TwitchCon itself, there'll be some of the bigger streamers there, because there's a guy I really want to meet. I don't know if he goes to TwitchCons, but he's called Arix. I follow him on his YouTube channel, and I watch him and a couple of his guys through Arix Gaming and streaming on Twitch. And I just love the dude. I'd just love to meet him just to see, you know, people like him are one of the reasons that I've started doing content like this. Because obviously Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to come out, like every big game comes out, they're going to literally do like a massive, like everyone and their dog's going to be playing Kingdom Hearts 3. But most people that have never played the previous games, they'll be like, I remember it was on like, when I was like, you know, a kid, it came out on like PlayStation and I sort of saw it, but I wasn't really a big fan and blah, and it's like, okay, great, that's fantastic. I've just decided that I'm going to play the whole thing out. How do you get into that other room? You can't till you've got glide. Okay, it's boss time, so time to get me backside handed to us. So yeah, thanks for mentioning that there's like non-affiliates go as well, because that'd be great. Yes, Cat, I know I'll have a better view from higher up. Probably a good idea to stick a couple of these on us. And just in case, we'll stick an elixir in there. I'll try not to use them though. But yeah, so like my plan is to do all of the Kingdom Hearts games. Because once I finish the Proud Mode run on this, I'll be hopping on to Kingdom Hearts 2. And I don't know yet if I'm going to do a normal 100% completion run and do the hardest, which isn't Proud, it's Valiant or Flash or something, I can't remember. There's a harder difficulty for the final mix version of 2.5. I knew of TwitchCon US because I know a bunch of guys who go to it. There's a musician called Family Jules. Again, made the channel when he was 8, like, you know, a young kid, I think he was 13, 15, something like that. So it's A7X Family Jewels, obviously Avenged Sevenfold Family Jewels. And you can tell that he's got a lot of inspiration from Sinister Gates from Avenged Sevenfold as a guitarist, that's how it inspired him. He does like video game compilations. He recently did the intro to Rooster Teeth's Ruby series. He did a version of that on his channel, and I think he got like a female singer to do the vocals for it, and that's cool. I like this content. A guy called Admiral Barrow who I watch. He goes to TwitchCon. There's a whole bunch of people who go to the American one. So I just didn't realise there was a UK one, so you mentioned that there was. Oh, you were seeing the people from... So people from all over the world came to it. Wow. Alright. I'll definitely have to come down and check that out. I mean, just from a networking point of view, it's a great idea. From a meeting other creatives, it's another great idea, because I've got to, like I say, apart from me being a little late to the party, like normally a project like this I would have already had channel artwork before I even started my first stream, because I'm one of those kind of people. But I've decided to be a bit more relaxed on it, and I'm just going to kind of get it done as it goes along. I'm not going to try and force it, because I want this to be something that I enjoy doing. I'm not in it for you know, trying to make it into a career. Like, if people like what I do and want to follow us, and when I get affiliate and all the rest of that, you know, throw a few bits my way every now and again, fantastic, great. You know, I'll buy some better streaming equipment, or I'll, you know, get a game that everyone wants us to play that I wasn't thinking about picking up. But like, I'm not in it for, you know, a career like some people are. So I'm just sort of trying to take it as easy as I can and enjoy myself, so I doesn't feel like I'm like, you know, trying to be a try-hard, I guess. Like, I really like your streams, Valon. Like, it's casual, it's laid back, it's sort of a reflection of who you are. It's just chill, and I like it. Kind of what I'm trying to do here. It's time for the push. Just in time. Come down here, big leggy boy. Come down. No, none of that. Get down here. It's like, I know everybody on Twitch is currently playing like Red Dead 2, Fallout 76, and Spyro Reignited. I'm going to pick up Spyro Reignited at some point, but like, not for a while. I'll pick it up, you know, in my own time. I don't know if I'll stream it, because obviously Kingdom Hearts 2 plus Chain of Memories plus Birth by Sleep, I don't know about Dream Drop Distance, and then 3's coming out in like 71 days. I've got 71 days to get through Kingdom Hearts 2, Chain of Memories, and Birth by Sleep. It's a tall order considering I only stream 3 days a week. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, that there was no point in me hopping on them, because every big name channel in the world has already picked the games up, they've already got their audience, so I'll be ignored. So, instead of playing the big hotness, I'm just going to play a game series I love. I love Kingdom Hearts. I've loved it ever since it first came out. I've always been a big Disney fan as a kid growing up, and as an adult, I enjoy it as well. Although as I've grown up, I've become more associated with the villains than I have the heroes to some degree. Apart from some of the later Disney stuff, like the latest stuff from Disney's got this nice balance of the characters not being ever so pleasant, like they're a little bit morally ambiguous, and the villains aren't, you know, your classic mustache twirling. I am evil. Why? Because I kill puppies for a coat. Why? Whereas like nowadays it'd be like, no, I'll ethically source my fur. You know, it'd be weird. But anyway, I do also ramble quite horribly, so I apologise to Rafi who's new here. Like, I apologise. I go off on tangents. It's just how I is. And occasionally I go silent when I'm really concentrating, as you'll see when I get to some of the bosses later. But like I was saying, I'll play Kingdom Hearts 3 when it comes out, but not until I've done whatever I was doing. Like I was saying on stream the other day, like, if Kingdom Hearts 3 drops and I'm still halfway through Birth by Sleep, for example, I will finish Birth by Sleep, then play Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm not going to be like, it's out today, get it on! Like, it's like, a lot of people won't have played these games. The fact that they're back out in a HD version for modern consoles is great. It allows people, obviously, and they've got added features, extra hidden bosses. Some of the bugs that were in it have been, you know, there wasn't many bugs in Kingdom Hearts. There were a few, but not many. But like, yeah, it's great that I get the opportunity to play them again. And then obviously when Kingdom Hearts 3 drops, if you've been watching my channel and you're watching videos, you know, there's that. So you can get a catch up on what's actually going on. Because Kingdom Hearts story, the first game, really easy. Darkness hides everywhere. And all the worlds have doors. One day, the doors get opened, the worlds start getting connected, and the darkness seeps to all of the worlds. So it's up to the Keyblade wielder to go and unlock the door to a place called Kingdom Hearts. The place of Kingdom Hearts is where all light comes from. And obviously, like so many other allegories of light and darkness, where light shines, darkness is forced back, but it's always there. So basically, I've got to try and stop darkness by locking doors on worlds to stop them being infected with the hearts and stuff. Then Chain of Memories happened, where your main character Sora, because of a reason that I can't quite remember off the top of my head, which is ironic, starts forgetting stuff. He loses his memories. I can't remember why he loses his memories, but he loses his memories. And then Kingdom Hearts 2, you play as a character called Roxas. And then later on, Sora, when Sora remembers some stuff. And it's all very confusing. I'll not spoiler it too much because I will be playing it soon. But, yeah. And then the Keyblade War thing happens, and then Birth by Sleep happens with characters from, like, I think it's 200 years before this game. And it's wild. Like, for a game that's basically, let's combine Final Fantasy and Disney together, the storyline just goes full on, like, this is interesting, what is going on? Just, it's crazy. It's crazy. So, for people who want context, here I am. However, a couple of the games, like 385.5 days, you can't play them anymore unless you've got them on PSP. And then you've got... so I don't have to talk Sid. I just have to go to the next world. But there are movies in the HD collections. I am not watching those movies. I should have just went the other way. My bad. Give us more time to ramble. Right. But like, I am not watching I think it's 6 hours. It's not 6 hours. It's probably closer to 3. 3 hours of a beautifully rendered CG movie using the engine they used for the remake Kingdom Hearts HD, where basically they just sum up the game in cutscenes, which is nice because it fills a lot of gaps in stories. I watched it. I was like, okay, that's cool, but I don't find it very compelling content. Like, if you wanna see 385.5 years story, watch it on YouTube. Or if you really want us to, like, ask us on Twitter or ask us in chat. If I get enough people begging to see the story, I'll put it on. Then again, if you already own the Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 HD remix, you're gonna watch it yourself. And I'm not also going to be playing Recorded, because Recorded is just weird. It's basically Kingdom Hearts 1, but instead of fighting just the Heartless, you're also fighting glitches, because it turns out Kingdom Hearts 1 being programmed into a computer because everybody forgot about what happened in Kingdom Hearts 1 because of Chain of Memories. It's bloody weird. It's very odd. So, no problem, Val. Lurk away to your heart's content. I'm eating them toe jelly babies. I'm not sure if I like them. But I don't mind lurkers. Lurk as much as you want. I will just keep on rambling, assuming you're still there. Like talking to a small child or an animal. Like I say, I don't know how much of trial mode I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to go hunting down onto the web. Well, that's not to know. I'll farm a bit of equipment. I'm definitely going to go. I'm going to get to the end of the world before the last boss. I'm going to backtrack and go get all of the puppies, which requires us to go and get the Hercules Cup. As I found out in my beginner playthrough, this beard has been, this particular one, because I do keep trimming it back. This is 4 years. But I have, as you notice by the sort of difference in growth, I did trim the sides off about a year ago. So this is about a year's ago, but this is about 4 years. I do keep trimming it, so occasionally it gets short. And the hair's been growing for 4 years, and again I keep trimming the end of it, but that's pretty long as well. I'll show you probably when I'm not getting shot bits. But yeah, like, I do keep trimming the end of it. I got a part of a TV series because I do like extra work as an actor. I did have to trim like that much of my beard off on the bottom, so I had just like a little chin strap. Yeah, but like I said, I mean, if I take the hat off, my hair's a mess, right? But it's pretty long. Like, I'll just stand up a little bit. Look, it goes all the way down. It's quite long. Oh, dude, sorry, I didn't realise. Tell you what. I didn't realise the game was quite so loud. My apologies. Game sounds down a tad. I'll turn the mic up. Is that better? Does that sound better? Because I haven't got my headphones on to listen how it sounds myself. But yeah, I've had loads of people talk about the hair and beard thing, going, oh, I could never do that, it's way too hard. It's not, it's really easy. Just don't cut it. Like, it's the easiest thing in the world. Just don't cut it. I do need to brush it though, because it's starting to get, like, a lot of my beard's actually like clumped up in here. It's actually a lot longer. It keeps on trying to stick to my face. So I've got to keep oiling it and brushing it. Which is why I've got this little fork here, which I try to disguise. I try to disguise that I've got a fork in my beard. I actually try to keep it together as a singular beard, but I don't actually have a fork. Yeah, it does. I have this lovely stuff. Argan oil. It's really good for protecting your hair. So haircare tips. Yeah, argan oil is really good. Brushing it, you know, twice daily is recommended, but I usually brush mine once a day. It's called argan oil. Argan. It's good. It's you basically just, you can either put it in your hair after you get out the shower, you towel dry your hair till it's just slightly damp, and then rub some in. Yeah, argan. Change the O to an A. Argan. It's reflective, so it doesn't really do the thing. But yeah, it's really good for your hair. It's not so good for beard. You're better off getting a different oil for your beard. It also depends on the type of hair. You've got coconut oil's good as well, but like beard hair and hair to hair tend to act differently. I use cedarwood extract for the beard. It also smells lovely. So, but yeah, as long as you've got an oil for your hair or your beard hair that sort of doesn't irritate your skin and helps to sort of lock in moisture and protect the hair itself, you're usually good.
Sabor. Danger.
Yes, he is a cheetah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So yeah?
What is this place?
This place.
He doesn't really speak English.
Okay. Where did
He's an
the
ape
others
man,
go?
Zora.
Look, I got separated from my friends.
Yeah.
Have you
This
seen
is the longest
them?
my hair's ever been. It sort of goes down to mid-chest height at the moment.
Friends.
Sorry, I'm eating a jelly baby.
Friends.
Right, my friends. There's two of them. The loud one is Don.
You said friends like Donald and Goofy.
You know what? Never mind.
But yeah, this is as long
looking
as my
for
hair's
my
ever been.
friends,
I used to get what I
and
called
Kyrie.
the summer madness. It would get really hot,
For Riku.
and I would just
Friends.
shave my head bald
Right.
because it was too hot, and then instantly
Kyrie.
regret that I'd done it.
Friends.
But it hasn't happened for
Right.
2 years,
Friends. Here.
and I've resisted it the last couple of
Really?
times before that. So.
Huh?
Nah, you should always be full glory, man. Valen will agree.
Here.
You should always just be you.
Not sure I understand, but show me. Take me to Riku and Kyrie.
Tarzan.
But yeah, I used to.
Tarzan. Go.
And I'm Sora.
Oh, it's you
Tarzan,
again.
go. Sora, go.
How you doing, Victor? I believe this is my first Twitch troll. They were in my channel last week as well. Then again, I don't know. But with a username like that and the fact that they ask questions like that, it's fairly safe to guess. But to answer your question, Victor, I'm not skinny, but I'm not chubby. I'm kinda chunky.
Okay.
Thank you very much. I love it too. We've just been talking about how to take care of it with oils. It's lovely.
Cool.
Shiny Hingles. Well, you're welcome to be here. I just find your questions fairly odd. Just saying. I love how Tarzan kind of like jumps in and just slides along the ground. Like he has no... Like he's got ice for feet, just off he goes. Can I get the items at the top of here now? Probably. While there's no enemies spawned. I'll go grab that chest at the top now. Excellent, let's go do that. Huh. I don't have a 6-pack, I have a keg. Now, to be fair, I've got I've got the strongman body. I've got like a solid chunk for the middle, and whilst, you know, muscular, it isn't show-off muscle. That's why mine's quite a wiry beard, whereas my hair is like, you know, perfectly straight. It's I've got 2 different hair types. Not a beer keg, no. No, I used to have a beer keg when I was younger, when I used to drink a lot more. But now that I do sword fighting and whatnot, I've been training hard. It turns out that I'm never going to have that lovely V shape that you see some of the bodybuilders do. Ah! Hello, Wombat, how you doing? Yes. Vegeta, yes. Vegeta. Oh god, he's going to start making... He's going to start making... Ghost Napper come out. I'm not only 30, I'm older than that, actually. No, it's cylindrical. Like, it's even all the way around. Like, I don't have a pot, I don't have any of the sticky out front bits. I'm like this can. I'm round with like chest muscles on the top. Good. Bit of work. Cracking back on with the proud mode run. Have a new guy in the chat, Raffy Taffy. We have Victor here, who keeps on asking very peculiar questions. So yeah, it's less streamlined. Like I say, I'm large, like as in like width-wise. I've got a 40-inch waist at the moment, but then again, it's longer than 10 years ago now. Bloody hell, 12 years ago when I was in the army, and I was at my fittest, I had a 36-inch waist. That's the thinnest I got, and I was fairly fit back then. So yeah, I'm a big guy and I always will be, like, even when I'm thin. And I'm doing a lot more sort of powerlifting and sort of strength building. I'm not trying to go for like clean cut and decisive. I'm trying to go for like absolute monster strength, because I do armoured combat, where basically you stick plate mail on and whack people with weapons. It's great fun. If anyone wants to have a look at it, it's... You either want to look for HMB, which is Historical Medieval Battles, or you want to look for the 2 tournaments, which is Battle of Nations, which is abbreviated to BOTN, B-O-T-N, or you want to look for the International Medieval Combat Federation, which is IMCF. I'm not quite Swallow of Chaos yet, not quite yet. I haven't quite got Swallow Ren. Or Ben Swallow, I think the meme was. So yeah, I haven't gotten to that point yet. But yeah. So that's basically why I'm doing what I'm doing now. Like I say, like the strength gains that I've got, I don't think, because I'm, like I say, to wear, how much of my armor weigh? It's, I think all told, not including the weapons, it's about 28 to 32 kilo. But I've got a couple of things that are on order at the minute and I haven't had a chance to weigh them out. So I'm getting some leg and I'm getting some new shoulder armor. How big and flat are your feet? This is what I mean. Victor asks some very weird questions. I'm a UK size 9, which I think is an American size 10. And my feet are not flat. I have, you know, the arch that everybody has. I mean, I'm not a duck, Victor, come on. Yeah, I'm 6'1" in a bit. I'm not quite 6'2". And I'm currently... Hold on. I will have to do the math because we don't use pounds over here. I'll tell you how much I weigh. Give us a sec. Stones to pounds. doesn't want to work on my phone because it wants us to download the thing. I'll just use the bloody internet. Come here, internet. Stones to bounds. I am £270. Right. In the UK, we use a measurement where every 14 pounds is a stone. It's an old measurement from way back, and the UK still uses it. So yeah. Yeah, it's old. It's old. You have a belly and feet fetish. Thanks for sharing that, Victor. Thanks. But if that's your thing, cool, dude. But yeah, I'm 270 pounds, and 6'1" and a bit, and then like I say, you stick a bunch of armor on us. But yes, the metric system is 4 countries that didn't land a man. I understand that. I get it. Alright. I didn't decide on what the schools taught us. Yeah, Russia have got, again, they use like kilos and shit as well. I don't know. Every country's got their own shit. From the UK, we use pounds and ounces. And stones. So no, yeah, it's 14 ounces. 40. I don't even know. I just know what my scales tell us, dude. But yeah, on the conversion, I'm £270 in American. Although I will point out once, I did say it to somebody. Somebody went, "How much do you weigh?" And I was like, 19 stone 4. And they're like, 19 stone 4. What's that in American? I was like, give us a sec. So yeah, 270. So the UK's got a lot of. To be fair, the more you travel, the more you sort of learn that all countries are unique. They have, I mean, the UK has so many different dialects and accents. For such a small place, I mean, the UK is not that big, relatively speaking, and yet we were everywhere in the world as an empire for a while. Like I say, our regional dialects are just mental. Like, I mean, you can literally go 40 miles south of me and they speak completely different. You can go 40 miles west of me and they speak completely different. You can go 40 miles east of me, but you'd be in the sea. Yeah, I've literally had somebody go, "What's that in American?" And I had to think for a second, what does he mean? He obviously meant pounds. So, yeah. Yeah, and obviously they measure things in freedom as well. Measure things in freedom. But then again, that's really... Freedom is one of those weird sliding scales that's all over the place. Right, let's do the jungle slider while I'm randomly chatting. But yeah, America does measure things in freedom. The difference is 1 unit of freedom could be a barrel of oil, a bullet, a vote in the ballot box, $1. Like, a measurement of freedom means many things. Quite similar to like how the UK has pounds as a weight and pounds as a currency. It's very odd. Whee! Can I grab the things now? Yes, I can grab the slides now. Let's grab the slides. Slide number 4. Okay, weird camera. But yes, that was quite a random tangent. But yeah, I also rock climb as well for fitness. I'm finding it's building my core strength up really nicely. But I am, like I say, trying to get qualified to get on one of the national teams for the medieval combat stuff. basically so I can go and fight some Americans. Because I was at a tournament back in, and I'm just going to pause here because I just need to get this out of my head. I was at a tournament for the IMCF back in May at Scone Palace in Perthshire in Scotland. And I went along as support for Team Scotland, which basically means I help the guys get in and out of their armour, because I don't know if you ever tried to wear full plate armour. It's a pain to put on. You've got to have somebody help you into some of it, because some of the buckles and catches and straps and stuff are on the back. And all the teams wear country-style tabards. Yeah. It's because they're not really androids. They're more like cyborgs. Anyway, and when I went there, I found out that anyone could enter the all versus all, which was after the tournament finished, the last sort of hour of each day. They'd just have a big mass battle where anybody who wanted to join in could, provided you had gear. I didn't know about this until the third day, and so I found out on the second day and borrowed some armour off the captain of Team Sweden, who was very nice to share it to us. He's a big dude. You'd like him, Victor. He has a huge belly. He's a massive man. But he lent us his armour, so I basically put that on, cinched the straps in tighter because I'm not as big as Daniel, and got into the melee. Basically, it was Old World versus New World, so it was America, Canada, Argentina versus France, Germany, Spain, the UK, Scotland, you know, everybody from the Old World versus the New World. So I basically got to go walk around with a buckler and a mace and smack Americans about the head while they swung axes. It was great fun. However, because it was the first tournament level fight I've ever been in, one of the Americans was very nice. He actually gave me his tabard, which was super cool. And I've got it over here somewhere. Where am I properly? There it is. So just for this thing. This up. I have an American tabard from the medieval fighting, so it's pretty cool. It was given to us, but I promised that I would be at the next tournament to fight the guy who gave me this, which was really nice. So yeah, I've got to qualify for one of the national teams so I can beat up. I think it was Chris who gave me this. So yeah, I'm gonna put it in a frame and mount it on my wall at some point. But for now, it's in the stuff pile, the things I still need to do pile. So yeah, that's fairly cool. But yes, I do like my medieval fighting as well as my general nerdery.
Jane.
Me monkey man.
Oh, and who's this?
Hi there.
Oh, you speak English.
Yes, the universal language.
So, obviously you're not related to Tarzan. Are you here to study the gorillas?
But yeah.
Hi.
So in general, like I say, it's an ongoing process. I was heavier.
Goofy!
I was in the region of about 330 pounds at one point.
Circus of clowns.
I was quite unhealthy. I got a cyst in my lower spine and basically got really depressed and ate a lot of crap
Studying them, not hunting
and
them.
put on a lot
This
of
is
weight
research.
while I was
Well, the more the merrier.
unable to
Do
walk
make
because
yourselves
I had
at home.
it was like literally at the tailbone area.
Well, anyway, I'm staying.
Yeah.
Huh?
Sora, look what we
And
found.
so yeah, I got really unhealthy
Get
and then
this.
started training 2 years ago. So down from 330 to 270. It's not bad. I haven't dropped any weight. I've been about 270 for the last 6 months, but I have lost about 4 inches off the waist, so muscle heavier than fat. So it's all good. Yes, it's a gummy block. It's what they used to build interstellar ships. It's basically chewing gum. That's how I figured that. Right, Tarzan, I'm sorry, dude, but like I need trinities and these need levels. I mean, they're never going to live because it's powered mode, but I ain't using Tarzan. He was raised by the gorillas. Great. He was doing the thing. He was talking gorilla. Let's try showing him some pictures. Luckily, I already picked the slides up. I've dreamt about that castle. Woo! Sorry for the shorthand of the story. Victorian ladies doing things. A gorilla. A boat. Some men fencing. And then...
Well, Tarzan?
Where are my friends, Riku and Kairi? Hey, I thought...
In reference to what you just put on there, Wombat, today's lesson is actually closing the doors.
Young man,
Kingdom Hearts.
we've been in this
Must seal the
jungle
doors.
for some time now,
But yeah.
but we have yet to encounter these friends of yours.
These friends of
I'd
yours.
wager they
I am
were
a
the gorillas,
classic villain.
but
Look at my
Tarzan refuses
moustache.
to
So
take
you can
us
tell
to
Disney villains. There's no Disney heroes with a moustache.
Tarzan wouldn't hide.
Then
Like,
take us.
full
then.
beard, yeah.
Take
Moustache.
us to the gorillas.
Just a moustache?
Gorilla.
Moustaches are evil. Which is quite funny considering Walt Disney himself sported a moustache. It was very peculiar.
Tarzan? Are
Tarzan,
you sure?
no emotion in the
Tarzan
face,
goes
all in the eyes.
Kerchak.
Kerchak?
He must be the leader.
But this is dead.
Perfect. I'll go along as an escort. After all, the jungle is a dangerous place.
And I might be able to find a gorilla. Like, how do these people not see through Clayton? Like, he's clearly got an obsession with shooting gorillas and other big game animals with his elephant gun / shotgun thing. Oh, hello, Sabo. Could you not? Because I'm kind of, like, not in the mood. Pity dude.
Come on!
Lie down.
Come on!
Yeah, go away. Bad kitty. Bad kitty. Good. Now, where was that meant to be going? Yeah, he was. The thing is, this is the thing that's you've got to remember about history. And again, as a student of history, because I learn, obviously, about medieval things all the time. People were racist for a very long time. When Walt Disney was born to sort of when he died, there were a lot more racists. The fact that he worked in an industry that hired a bunch of people and created, memories for kids, and then his company went on to become the glorious House of Mouse, all bless our great overlords. It's neither here nor there if Walt Disney was racist or not. I don't condone his actions at all, but there was a lot of people. There's a lot of people now who are racist, and that's stupid. There's no need for that in today's society, honestly. I mean, granted, there wasn't much need for it back then either, but when people were literally invading other people's countries and stabbing each other up for resources, I mean, actually now I think about it, it hasn't changed. You know what, chatbot? That is not an aggressive post. I will allow it, but I like the fact that my auto mods thinking that that's classed as an aggressive thing. It's because you put the word killing in. Thanks, auto mod. Actually, is Ifrit's horn better? Ifrit's horn's way better. Let's have that. You know what? You can have 2 protect chains. But yeah. What if we managed to resurrect Walt Disney's head? He wouldn't. He'd find it difficult to understand today. But then again, so would somebody 200 years ago. It's one of the things I've always had a problem with when people are like, "Oh, I'd love to time travel." Would you now? Because if you went back 400 years ago, you might be able to understand the language people are using. There were some words 400 years ago in my country, in England, that don't get used today. I would sound like a foreigner to them because A, my accent, and B, some of the words I use just weren't common parlance back then. Some of the words they use, I wouldn't understand them. It was a different language. History's weird like that. So people who think, oh, time travel would be great. Well, one, unless you have an immune system that can deal with some of the diseases that were around back then, you would die to them. Two, your immune system would probably be better than most people's back then, because of modern medicine and your own immunization system for modern day diseases. Fighting off an old strain of a disease, if that disease was to try and infect you and evolve, you might bring on an apocalypse of like the flu because it suddenly found somebody who was hyper resistant to it and went, let's evolve against that one person who seems to be very resistant to the flu. And then every other human whose resistance is 300 years behind your evolution of biology suddenly have to stand up to this super flu that was created because you turned up. That's, again, if you believe time's a linear thing and you can hop backwards in time rather than it being alternate dimensions. That's a whole different story. It's about as confusing as Kingdom Hearts' storyline is. It's all over the place. Where do I have to go? I believe I've got to go down to the gorilla caves. Or do I have to go to the vines? I can check here. Worst case scenario, I'll get the chest. I'll get the chest now while I'm down here. But it's the caves I have to go to. Sorry, the vines. Yeah. Again, lynch is a fine word to use in the right context, Auto Mod, but thanks for the job. But yes, exactly, they decide I was some kind of weirdo. The fact that I also have Scottish and Irish heritage, back in... Again, like I say, I'm talking civilized times. Like, I'm not talking ancient Rome, I'm not talking, the Celtic tribe era. I'm talking like, 17th century England. Sort of Edwardian / Victorian era, 17th to 18th century. Even then it would be weird. Yeah, exactly. Time travel. It has a lot of downsides. I mean, obviously for entertainment's sake, for writing fiction and sci-fi series and all that. Cool, time travel's a great idea. Explore to your heart's content. But actual time travel in, the physical realm that we live in, time travel's a nightmare. One, what kind of time travel is it? If it's linear time travel, then you've already done time travel, because you must have already done time travel, because if you hadn't have done time travel, then you couldn't have time traveled, because you've already done it. Therefore, whatever you've done has already affected your current timeline. Anything that you did in the past has already affected your current time. Blech. Then you've got the whole, it's different dimensions, so every decision that if you go back in time and change something, it doesn't change your future narrative, otherwise you might not exist, so yours is a separate reality and you just create a new pocket dimension. Time travel's a mess, man. It's not something you really, really want to try and do. Like I say, and that's not to even speak of all the stabbing and killing and general unpleasantness of humanity back then. And then again, that depends on your perspective, really, because some of humanity isn't really great now. But then again, I quite like the healthcare we've got these days. Alright, let's get a little squelchy run up. Yeah! Puppies! Seriously, is that mana bar thing a glitch? No, it's not, it's the end cap. It's the end cap on Goofy's time bar. It just looks like he's got like a little chunk of empty mana bar, but it's not, it's the cap.
Kerchak, please
moves around
listen
as
to
he
me.
gains.
I know the
Kerchak,
nesting
gorilla.
grounds are secret.
They trust
I
them, get
trust
friend.
You see, I want to help them because Well, they need us.
Turn your back, Kerchak. Turn your back. Go on. Be all, I don't like outsiders. Go on. Be xenophobic.
Kerchak!
Stargates, yes, because Stargates, they're
Kerchak.
stabilised wormholes, aren't they? If I remember my science right from watching it way back when. It's like 2 fixed points in space. The problem is they're not fixed points in space because planets move and stuff, so like the physics behind a Stargate is incredible. Because creating a wormhole in actual space, that's fine. You know, this point of space and this point of space, and it doesn't move. Great. The second you stick it on a physical body that is travelling through space, it's like teleportation. Like if you watch X-Men or something, or you see someone like Deadpool when he's got the teleportation belt, or Nightcrawler. That, like, from a science point of view, is ridiculous, because you have to factor in, yeah, I want to jump from here to the top of that building over there. Great. But the distance I'm travelling from there to there, the planet has moved 1,000 feet that way by the time I pop back in. It's... Ugh. When you start looking at stuff like... It's a cool concept, it's a great idea, but like, trying to make it reality, it's a bit mental. Just a little bit. Oh, Clayton. You're gonna shoot a baby gorilla until Donald freaks out. I mean, I understand shooting the big daddy there for a trophy, but why do you want to shoot the little guy, man? That's how you know Clayton's a bat.
Wait, Kerchak! Please!
I love how he doesn't do anything in this part and go like, I'm displeased.
You don't understand. I was only trying to. A snake slithered by. You see, I saved that poor gorilla's life.
I'm sure you did. Even the gorilla boy doesn't believe you, and he doesn't really know people. Right, what have I got to do next? Done that bit, gotta go back to the tent? Yeah, back to the tent. Whee! I haven't watched The Expanse yet. It has been recommended to me very highly, but I have not watched it yet. Is that the one where there's people on Earth, people on Mars, and then the Belters who are like South African guys, basically? Is that the series I'm thinking of? Yeah, it's on my Netflix list. I'm currently watching Killjoys. Again, recommended by the same people. But I watched an episode of Killjoys at their house. So since I've already seen the first episode of Killjoys, I'm going to watch Killjoys. I think I'm in episode 4 at the minute with Killjoys. But yeah, once I've done Killjoys, I'll probably be watching The Expanse. I also have to watch... I'm ashamed to admit this, but I also have to watch Vikings, because I've still not watched it. I know, I haven't watched Vikings yet. I haven't watched... is it Black Sails, the pirate one? I'm behind, alright? I know I've got a lot of stuff to catch up on. Hello again, kitty. Come on. Do you dive? Do you dive? Dive, dive, dive. No, claw. Claw, claw. There we go. Claw, claw. Good kitty. Bad kitty. Get away. Again, I'm about 4 episodes into season 1, so I don't know. but it's good that you mentioned that. Makes us excited to catch up with it some more. But yes, also, Wombat,
Such a thing.
this week I am
As
away
I
this
told
Saturday,
you,
so I won't be
I
streaming
was
on
not
Saturday.
aiming at the gorilla.
You are not to go near the gorillas again.
Oh, because of one mishap. Come now.
So I'll be putting a stream on Thursday instead. To make up for the fact that I won't be here on Saturday because I'm going to my friends up north. They're about an hour and a half away, so I'm going up to theirs for a party. And there's going to be a lot of drinking, so
What am
I'll
I
be
doing with
out
these
of commission on Saturday.
Blasted gorillas. I'll hunt down every last one of them. I'll track them down somehow.
Yes,
I'll stake my life on it.
very good. But yeah, so I'll be streaming Wednesday and Thursday. Thursday's stream's going to be throughout the day though, because I'm off work, so I've got all day to stream. I've got some adult-y crap that I need to get done first, but after I'm done with that, I'll pop on. I'll put a notification on Twitter. Again, if you want to follow us on Twitter, there's links just below, so you can see when I go live. Or you can follow us. If you follow us, you'll get a notification when I go live then as well. It's up to you. It's all good. Not that I'm trying to, plug or anything. For those that have, thanks. Yeah, throwing on a couple of potions in there. Did I get any new equipment? I don't think I did. I don't get that later. Yes, it's been a party that's been planned for 2 and a bit months. We've got a Facebook group and everything. There you go, perfect. However, when I stream on Monday, in fact, actually, I think I've got you on Twitter, Wombat. So if you tweet anything about that shoot, I'll keep up because I'm interested to see how you go on. Is it a competition spot shoot or just a for fun one?
Heartless!
Yeah, save the gorillas. Hey monkey boys, how you doing?
Come on!
But yeah, again, I'm interested in what other people do, and since you all come here and I get to have a chance to chat to you and get to know you a bit, I like poker. It's good. Yeah. But I say, if you post anything about your spot shoot on Twitter, I'll keep an eye on it while I'm recovering. But yeah, so like I say, this party's been planned for 2.5 months. We've got a Facebook group to organise because, we're all busy adults. We're from, various parts of the UK, so we get us all organised. Some of them are coming from Scotland. I think we've got 1 or 2 from New York. A couple of us from the northeast. I think a couple more from further south. They're coming around, and we're just basically going to have a big party. It's going to be great. I'm going to be making cocktails. Nice.
Come on!
Is it game meat? Barbecue meat? What the hell? Oh, I'm not paying attention to the monkey boys. Oh, they're rattling off some guns as well. Sweet. But yeah, if you post any, if you post on Twitter sort of how you get on, like if you win the raffle for one of the guns, stick it on Twitter. I'll be able to keep up with it that way and have a look. I'm just gonna pay attention I don't die at the stupid monkey. Sorry about that. I was totally watching you and not that. Because I've got like a 2-screen thing going on, and I'm watching my chat more than I'm watching my game. The eternal curse. So. Whee!
Deep freeze!
Should be using my magic a little bit more to do some AoE damage.
Deep freeze!
cannot wait until I learn Cure though. Oh my god. Steak and pork chops. Steak, pork chops. Guns. It's all good. Nothing wrong with that. Again, I was not paying attention. Did I get a new piece of equipment? No. That's fine. Moving on. So yeah, that's cool. I don't need to fight you, so I'm going to Dark Souls my way out of here. Although, for all you new guys who are like, oh, Dark Souls is the best game ever. Kingdom Hearts had a dodge roll. Way before Dark Souls. Or Demon Souls if you want to get technical. I know it's a completely different game. In fact, I think Kingdom Hearts and Dark Souls are about as far away on the scales as you can get. Wholesome game with JRPG elements and Disney characters. Brutal murder simulator where death is part of the progression system. No, you definitely cannot go wrong with meat and guns. I mean, don't get us wrong, if you're into that. I don't judge. You know, you're all entitled to what you want to do. You know, it's like my stance on religion. It's fine to have it until you try to jam it down a little kid's throat. Now, honestly, like, Valen can vouch for this as well, because we've had chats about this for, you know, a while. Like, you do you. Like, if it works for you, grand. If it doesn't work for you, okay. But, like, don't try to make everyone else in the world like or do exactly what you like and do. It's you know, it's the fact that there's variety in life that makes life so interesting. Like, you do you. If your stuff's cool and you like what you do, brilliant. If you don't, what are you doing it for? You know what I mean? It's like, I love video games and medieval fighting and just want to share that with the world. For you guys who've hopped in here to you know, watch that, thanks. Cool. Hopefully I can be entertaining enough that, you know, it makes it worth your while spending your time here. But like, everyone's entitled to what, you know, whatever they want to do, as long as you ain't hurting other people. You know, do what you do. I love how Donald got knocked out and Gooey's just like, yo bro, I got you. Because like I say, I even do the... That's how dictatorships are made, exactly. But it's like, I do the armoured fighting stuff, and okay, a couple of the guys get injured there. It happens. I mean, you're literally hitting each other with weapons. I mean, the blunted. I mean, there's no cutting edges. The I think they're 2mm edged. So you've got a, you know, it's still a chunk of metal on a stick, or a chunk of metal with a handle on it. So you're still getting hit, and you're still wearing armor and all that, and you know, you'll get battered and bruised. But you're not trying to kill people. You're not trying to, you know, hurt them. You're trying to just put them on the floor, because that's what the fight is about. Or if you're doing the 1v1 duels, you're trying to score points, much like in a boxing match. So trying to hurt your opponents, neither here nor there. Like if people get hurt, it's because their armor wasn't good enough, or somebody slipped through a gap. It happens. You know, injury is part of the territory. But you shouldn't go into the fights intending to, like, I'm gonna go fuck that guy up. Like, that shouldn't be how it is. Like, most of the guys that I know who do the medieval fighting, like, they all are friends, like, off the field. Like, once the fight's over, we all have a beer. Like, we're competitive in the lists, or the arena, I suppose you would call it. Yeah, Boo Hurt is love, quite literally, like the sport's known as Boo Hurt. And there are quite literally t-shirts that say Boo Hurt is love, Boo Hurt is life. It's quite literally the feeling. Like, I was smacking this American guy, and for the life of us can't remember who it was, but I had him in the corner, and I was just hitting him in the head with a mace. But I wasn't sure how hard to hit, so I was just giving him a couple of whacks, and he's laughing at us in his helmet going, "Oh, come on, you're a big guy, you can hit harder than that." So I was like, "Are you sure? It is a mace." He's like, yeah, it's good. Just come on." So I just started wailing on him as hard as I could. And he was cackling. At which point he was like, "Is this your first time in here?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, you can tell. Give us a bit more, come on." And thoroughly enjoyed it. And then afterwards, like I say, everyone was great. So yeah, nothing does say friendship quite like brute force trauma between mates. I mean, what's a mild concussion between friends, you know what I mean? But no, it's... There's a camaraderie there that I don't find in many other places in life. And I've found the martial disciplines tend to have groups of people who kind of, because they've got a shared passion for this sport and the physical nature and the discipline and sort of stuff that you need to have in order to train for this stuff, never mind compete, you tend to find people are like-minded individuals. Most of the guys that I know for the medieval fighting are all Warhammer nerds. I have had somebody shout harder daddy at us. I have, genuinely. You get it. It's like my favourite meme is the worst thing about being a blacksmith is having to work out the kinks in your sword. Ding, ding, harder daddy. Oh, shut up. It's a great meme. But yeah, like most of the guys I know, like I said, they're all Warhammer nerds. And like I said, they're from everywhere. They're international. They're from all of Europe, Australia, New Zealand, America, South Africa, Canada. There's a Canadian team and a Quebecian team. They're from all over the place, and they all enjoy the sort of... They all enjoy the medieval violence for a start. Otherwise you wouldn't be there. Some of them like the pageantry of it, they like the wearing the medieval dress, even when they're out of armour, and they like living the lifestyle. Some of them like the history of it, some of them like... some of them just like, a weekend away with mates. That just happens to also involve braying each other with swords. So yeah, it's like any sport. Like if you're not into it, you wouldn't understand. Like I don't understand football, or as you guys will probably know, soccer. I'm not a fan. And obviously in the UK, football's a huge sport here. It's not really my thing. Like rugby, I don't really get rugby. I'll watch rugby. I don't mind it. Like I've watched oh man, what was the thing? Tournament. I'm forgetting its name. Six Nations. I watched Six Nations. But it was fine. Like it's an okay sport. I'm not a massive fan, but I enjoy it. I just don't like. I don't go to the pub and sit down and be like, yes, the rugby. Like it's. I'll watch it if it's on. Yeah, hockey. We're talking standard hockey or ice hockey? Because there is a difference. One's slippy and has blades on your feet. But I assume you mean the ice version. But yeah, like people who are into sports are into their sport. They're not necessarily into the other sport. It's like I remember. I feel old now just admitting this, but I remember 20 years ago when video games were really niche. Like nobody really understood them. Like when I was telling people like playing games like Final Fantasy, and I'm talking like Final Fantasy 5 and 6, and things like Super Metroid that had storylines, even though they weren't like explicitly written all over the place. It wasn't like your big budget, like Witcher 3 or Red Dead Redemption 2 that had these big, almost grand scale novel style stories. I'm talking like characters like Sir Daniel Fortescue from Medieval, which is getting a remake and will be getting played on Twitch when I get my hands on it, because I love that game. But like that game storyline is a dude called Sir Daniel Fortescue got shot in the face with an arrow and got killed. Then he was brought back to life as well as all of the other undead, but he retained his honour and minus an eye, goes to try and break the curse of undeath. He can take his head off and put it on a hand, and it walks around with his head sitting on top. It's great. But yeah, back in the days where Lara Croft had chest edges. But like, I remember playing those games and talking to them about, like, with my friends. My friends were obviously into them, and they were like, "Oh yeah, it's great, it's really good." And then I talked to like some of my cousins who were older, who like, at the time I was 7 or 8, and they were like 14, 15. They didn't care. They were like, "Oh yeah, I played like on an Atari a little bit, and I just don't really get like Space Invaders, and that. It's a thing. It's good." And I'm sitting there like, "But it's got a story. It's got this really good thing. The graphics are pretty. The gameplay is great." And obviously now video games are a huge industry. They're widely, accepted. I believe Red Dead Redemption 2 sold more in its opening weekend, like dollar value, more in its opening weekend than any blockbuster piece of entertainment ever. Film, music, whatever. Like, it is the highest grossing entertainment product on the planet in its first opening weekend, which comes to show just how far the video game industry's come in the last 2 decades. But I remember, like, say, way back then when games had like very limited ways to tell stories. There was no voice acting. The cutscenes, you maybe got 2, like one at the beginning to introduce you to the game, and one at the end when you beat the game. Like, FMV sequences were like the big thing. They weren't like in-game engine cutscenes because, But like, I remember talking to people about them back then, and they didn't really get it. Like, they didn't really understand my passion for the medium back then. I'm glad to have been vindicated. Thanks, video games. But like, where do I need to go? Done the treehouse, done the thing, I think I just need to go back. So we'll go down the slider again. But like, if you're not into a thing, then you're not into it. Like, unless somebody convinces you to go along to a tournament where you get to see people bashing each other around. And again, this is not like a Renaissance fair or anything like that. The HMB, the historical medieval battle stuff, aren't reenactments. They're not, Renaissance fair stuff. They're full contact. Maximum velocity violence. It's great. So me telling you about them at length is great and all, and if you check them out externally from this, fantastic. Always need more fans. I do hope Mr. Clayton is there. And there we go. And there's the gunshot that I need to go back for. Video games are considered melting like anime. Oh, the animes. Again, I've been watching anime for years, and again, I hate to admit how old I am, but I remember back in the UK, we had cable TV, and I watched the Sci-Fi Channel at 3 in the morning to watch anime. Until, and again, this is showing my age, I managed to get a long play VHS recorder, because the anime that was on was always a double. It started like 2, 3 in the morning and went on till 5, 6 in the morning, depending on the length of them. But like, that was the slot for anime on a Saturday night, and I would put this tape in. It would be 8 hours of recording that I could get. Yeah, back when sci-fi was called sci-fi, not sci-fi, which is what it's called now. Back when it was actually sci-fi, because now it's sci-fi. Anyway, and I recorded these things, anime, back in the day, and would watch them on a Sunday. Apart from a couple of times when I had a fight with my mum because she was recording something else and she forgot to change the tapes over because I had to be in bed. I wasn't allowed to go put the tapes, so sometimes she'd forget to record it and I'd lose me shit, and I'd been like, it's never coming back. I'm never going to get that again. And because you couldn't go down to like the video store and rent the thing because anime wasn't a thing. It wasn't hugely popular. But I remember watching stuff like Ghost in the Shell. What the hell was it called? I think it was Tokyo Police. They had tanks, it was weird. One of the ones that stuck with us for a long while was Devilman. There was one called Violent Jack. This really big dude who had like a big jackknife. It was very weird. It was in the like the style of animation was like Fist of the North Star. He had like really angry, owly eyebrows. He was just called Violence Jack. And one of my favourites was Cyber City 808. It was very cyberpunk. It was cool as out. And again, I remember recording them on video off the Sci-Fi Channel because I was 12, and because it was anime. My mum's great. Like, my mum let me watch whatever I want. Like, I watched Aliens when I was 6, like James Cameron's Aliens. And I love the franchise. I mean, like, I've got Alien Queens, I've got like alien artwork up on the walls. I'm a huge fan of Geiger's creation. I like Alien. I loved Aliens. I loved the whole colonial marine thing and the Alien Queen and the power loader fight and all that stuff. Spoilers if you've not seen it, but it did come out quite a while ago. It's kind of a classic now. But like, I loved Aliens as a kid, and when I went to watch it, my mum was like, "You can't watch it. It's an 18-rated film. It's got, you know, Gundam as well." I first saw Gundam the same sort of way, but it was on Toonami on Cartoon Network. But again, it was on late, along with what the hell was it, Kenshi, and a couple of other like really obscure anime that were on late night on Toonami. But no, like I watched Aliens when I was 6 because I asked my mum to watch it, and she was like, "You can't. It's got violence. It's blah blah. It's got this thing." And I'm like, "Just let us watch it." And after I think a couple of weeks of pestering about because I wouldn't let it go, she was like, "Watch it, fine, watch it. But if you're having nightmares, it's not my problem." Hoping that it would maybe dissuade us from watching it, or that I would watch it and get scared halfway through and stop. I watched it and was obsessed. I loved the nature of the creature. I loved its life cycle. I loved the fact that, you know, and I didn't see it for the horror. Like, I didn't watch it and be like, "Oh my god, that's terrible." I watched it with the enthusiasm of a child watching an anthill. Like, I was into that. It was my thing. Interesting enough, there was a toy range that came out, an Aliens toy range. It was really weird and really obscure because it had like action toys, like the Alien Queen. It's just not the big lady up that I've got there, which is one of the display models that you can get for like 200 quid. She was like a queen. She had little ditty legs. She had little weird arms stuck to the front of her chest. Her proportions were weird. She was all stood up straight and stuff. But on her hip there was a button, and when you pressed it, she like did the tail whip attack. I've still got them. They're in my loft. I'll have to get them out for a stream another time and show you them. But like, I've got the Scorpion Alien. You press a little button just above its sort of where its tail attached, and it would explode. Like the head would pop off on a spring thing, and its front and back chest piece would come off. Ripley had the pulse rifle flamethrower thing, but it had like a little pin that went into like a gun holster on the leg. So when you pivoted our hips, the flame would extend, like the plastic flame would extend out of the barrel of the flamethrower. And it was a toy range based on Aliens, an 18-rated film. Who the hell were they marketing those toys at? Because kids shouldn't have been watching Aliens. Yeah, and that's again what I love about it. I love that sort of realistic sci-fi thing. Like I've never really gelled with sci-fi that's had, you know, that clean cut, everything looks clinical and clean, and like that doesn't survive in space. People live there. I mean, have you seen humans? I mean, look at my collection of stuff. I've got like, I'll just quickly give you a brief tour. I've got like Transformers. They're really cool, by the way. I've got like Devastator, he's huge, he's great. I've got like, you know, Alien artwork and Deadpool artwork and PCs and empty drinks bottles, and, you know, humans are inherently messy. I've got like a whole bunch of stuff over on there. I've got like Elden, Stormrage, Bushido, Batman, Alien vs Predator, plus the little bobblehead versions. I've got Cloud and Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII, a zombie from Dead Rising 2, a ceramic skull that's been covered in streaks of paint, Death's mask from Darksiders 2. Like, I got a lot of cool stuff that I like because it's my stuff and I like it. But like in space, you're never going to have this clean, wholesome. Like, humanity, if we ever do go to the stars, it's going to be more Aliens. I haven't seen the new Battlestar Galactica. I've only ever seen the original Battlestar Galactica, so that was kind of 70s. So I don't really know how the new Battlestar is. But like, you look at, for example, Star Trek. It's fairly clean. It's fairly Spartan. That's going to be the only way it's going to work. Is it's going to be like this is your bed space, this is your wardrobe, and because you're in space, everything that you take with you has to have a reason to be there, or what's the point? You're not going to have the clutter like this. But like Aliens' universe had these, it felt like people lived in it. You know, there was like a kitchen with like some dishes that hadn't been quite washed up, or those sitting on the drainer, some magazines scattered about. It felt okay. I'll bear that in mind. I'll stick that on my watch list. But stop giving us stuff to watch. I've got too much to watch. But like, excuse me, eating a jelly baby. But like, Aliens' world with like all that, like computer screens everywhere, but like they weren't like big sci-fi 40-inch HD touchscreen panels and made of laser lights like Tron was. They were like, you know, TFT monitors, like old school, big chunky, you know, with like 6 keyboards and light up buttons everywhere. It looked like some kind of crazy recording studio. And I loved that aesthetic of it. I loved like the pulse rifle design, considering that thing's a military Thompson, so a military Tommy gun with a bodywork redo with an underslung shotgun for the grenade launcher, then just put into like a cast out body. So like when you see them firing the grenades off the pulse rifle, it's just a master key. For anybody who's into military weapons, there's a little underslung barrel attachment you can get, which is basically, I think it's a 4-shot shotgun. It's pump action. It goes on the underslung rail, where like, your tactical lights and stuff can go, or grenade launchers. You know, if you want to go full school. But like, it's called the master key because it's essentially used for breaching doors. You basically put it at the hinges, and then you've still got an assault rifle. Anywho, Aliens had that built into the pulse rifle. Like I say, it's military Thompson stripped down. With a purpose-built underslung shotgun component for the grenade launcher, and then they just built the bodywork around it. So it's a fully working weapon system with blanks in it. It's fantastic. I love it. You can pick up some of the originals, but they're like $2,500, and because they're technically still fireable, I mean, they're supposed to have had the firing pins taken out because they're supposed to be display movie props, so like any ability to fire them has gone out the window of a lot of them. Some of them still can operate, but obviously if I wanted to import one to the UK, I'd have to have it deactivated. Like I couldn't have a working pulse rifle. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was a realistic caliber. I love the Alien universe. Absolutely fell in love with it. But I didn't get like worry about that, but when I was watching the anime, as the point, because again, tangents, I'm sorry, but like the anime I watched, my mom never knew how violent they were. Like Devilman literally has demons. Again, I'm gonna have to quickly just say this just in case there are any, because I haven't got my adult filter thing on here. I didn't put an adult content one because I wasn't expecting to speak about this, but like, if there's anybody under 18 who is offended by blood, guts, and bad language, just like go make a cup of tea or something, go away for 5 minutes, because there's going to be a bit of swearing and a few rude words and a bit of murder. Right, Devilman basically has demons who rape people to death. Like, and by that I don't mean like rape them till they expire from death. I mean they literally have sex with them until their giant malformed demonic sex organs rip people to pieces. It's brutal and bad. And I watched that at like 8 or 9. Ma had no idea about it. She recorded it for us and just thought it was on late because it was Japanese stuff. And she never watched them because she was like, I don't want to watch cartoons. So I watched a lot of like hyper violent content. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Again, I'm a huge junkie for the Alien series. Like, if you know anything about it, I probably already know about it. If you know something that I don't, I'm really interested to know about it. I know pretty much everything they ever made in Alien. I think I know almost absolutely everything about Aliens. I even bought the extended copy on VHS from my next door neighbour because the version that I'd recorded off TV, I broke the tape. I watched it so much when I was a kid. My recorded off the TV version the tape wore out because I watched it too much, and my next door neighbour's older son, who was going to university, was basically getting rid of a bunch of his stuff because he was going to uni. So he basically was like, I'm just going to sell a bunch of my stuff. I'm not going to need it. I need money for, you know, my education and whatnot. He was selling a bunch of stuff off, and one of the things he was selling off was Aliens, the extended edition. And I'm like, oh man, it's got like an extra 17 minutes of footage, which brought the sentry guns in. They're not in the original cut of the film, but the sentry guns in the tunnels. So good. I'm gonna one day regret saying this live. I can, or could, but I think I still can, do a word-for-word rendition of extended Aliens. I know every line of character dialogue from start to finish. Or I did. I haven't done it for a very, very long time. But I used to do it at parties when I was very drunk. I would literally put Aliens on the TV. This is the kind of guy I am. I put Aliens, after I made this claim, people want to see it, I put Aliens onto a TV at a party and muted it and played every character for 2.5 hours. So, yeah. But yeah, I guess I got into anime because of the Sci-Fi Channel and stuff like that. That was a tangent. Probably an overshare, but there we are. I'm the kind of guy who'll put Aliens on and go, I can act every part. Grr, prove it. With pleasure. Oh man, right, let's get back to Kingdom Hearts. I've been rambling on like a lunatic. But yeah, so like I can do the entire thing. I used to do the actions. I don't know if I can remember all the actions, but I used to be able to do all the actions as well. So yeah, it's a passion of mine. It always has been. It's kind of what got us into doing sort of the acting things as well, and then the acting stuff got us into the medieval combat stuff, etc, etc, etc. I don't really want to be wasting a potion on you, but I will wail on that while Goofy gives us the opportunity. Because you can stun lock them. Yeah! Thank you, Wombat. But yeah. I tend to do this when I get excited and passionate. I love talking about the stuff that I love, which, you know, is obviously a good thing. Because otherwise, again, why would you talk about stuff you hate? But like, I mean, I'm such an Alien fanboy that like, I have watched every film that has aliens in, including Alien vs Predator and Alien vs Predator 2. I bought the Alien vs Predator Extinction Tactical Strategy game on the PlayStation 2, which I might add was great, and I wish there was a PC port for it. Because I'm a fan of Aliens, I got into StarCraft, and then from StarCraft got into Warcraft, and I'm talking like the RTSs, not World of Warcraft. I only started playing World of Warcraft a 1.5 years ago, nearly 2 years ago now, when Legion came out, because I got given every expansion of World of Warcraft and a month of free subscription to the expansion before Legion, Walls of Draenor. Played it a little bit, thought, it's not too bad. Legion came out, I got... my cousin was like, it's really good, you should give it a go, it kind of sums up the story, the combat mechanics are better and blah blah blah. So like, you know what, it's worth a punt, I'll buy it. Got Legion, quite enjoyed Legion, played it a bit, got bored of playing Legion, and now the new one's out and I just sort of stopped. Terminator's great as well. It's a very quotable movie, it's got some great stuff, and again, the first Terminator, done by James Cameron, who from Terminator went on to direct Aliens. Which is why the actor who plays... Hold on, I'm just doing the thing. Who plays the... John Connor's dad. The dude who comes back to save Sarah Connor. Kyle Reese. Thank you, Brain. Kyle Reese is obviously played by the same actor who plays Corporal Hicks in Aliens, and that's how he got the crossover. But yeah, at the time, like, nobody knew who James Cameron was. He was, you know, Terminator, I think, just come out in the US. It hadn't quite come out over in the UK, and he filmed Aliens in the UK. So, like, all the cast and crew didn't know what the hell he was doing. Thought, who the hell is this, like, flashy, you know, young director who, you know, is doing stuff, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, Cameron did some really good stuff in his early days. And, I mean, despite whether you like it or not, I mean, Titanic, for a piece of cinema, is beautiful. I think it's a little bit over the top. I think it's a bit too grandiose in some schemes. Avatar, I'm not sure how I feel about Avatar, because it's basically Pocahontas with blue. I like it aesthetically. I mean, obviously it was a massive project to design because it was one of the big 3D movies. Precisely. You're one of the few other people in the world who know that fact. Bill Paxton was in Terminator. He was killed by... is it the T-1000 kills him in Terminator 2? Or is he... No, he's a street punk in Terminator 1. And he gets killed by the Terminator. In Aliens, he's obviously Hudson, who goes down in a blaze of glory. And in Predator 2, I forget the character's name in Predator 2, but he gets his head and spine ripped out on the subway in Predator 2. So yeah, Bill Paxton, the only guy to have been murdered by the Alien, the Predator, and the Terminator. I kind of miss that guy. Again, on a list of people I would have loved to have met, I would have loved to have met Bill Paxton. And Robin Williams. Because again, he was a big part of my childhood growing up.
Come on!
It's not to be.
Come on!
So yeah. Now, if I've done this right, I think you have to come here, and I think this is the Clayton fight, unless I've got to go back to the top. Nope. I've got to go back to the top of the treehouse after the saber fight. And then... yeah, not messing with you, Black Ballard. Gotta go back to the top of the treehouse to trigger the next scene. No, I don't. Gotta come here. And then go to the treehouse because her and the little gorilla are trapped there. I've got to save them. This is the part of the game that I don't understand. I've got to save them from a black fruit. I don't fully understand it. Like, it's heartless and stuff, but like, there's this weird black fruit. You beat it up a couple of times. Job's good. It's very peculiar, but that's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, it's concentrate. Yeah, first try. But no, I don't know. Like, I'm a sort of big fan of sort of film, TV. I like comic books. I don't collect comic books, but I used to go to the library and they'd have like the you know, omnibus graphic novels that were like 40, 50 issues all jammed into one big edition, so I could, you know, read an entire story arc rather than collecting them month by month and paying quite a bit of money for them. So I used to go to the library and read like all the arc. I've read like the Alien vs Predator comic books, and obviously Spider-Man, Venom, which I'm a huge fan of Venom. I've actually got some really nice artwork of Venom that was drawn by a friend of mine. Hand drawn and inked, and I'm very proud of it. In fact, I'll show you guys in a second because I killed the strange black fruit. Go away, monkey! I'm trying to beat the fruit up, not you. Go away. Good boy. No, I can't target the fruit while you're near us. Go away. There we go. Knock the fruit. Ignore the monkey. Hit the fruit. There we go. I don't know why that's a thing. It just is. But yes, artwork. Where have I put it? There it is. Friend of mine, I commissioned them. I asked them to draw them for us, but try and stop the glare where I can. But that's Venom. I'll try and get him in a position where you can see it without so much of a glare. But it's all hand drawn, it's all hand inked. He signed it and everything. So yeah, he was going to draw more Eddie Brock Venom, but I wanted the Matt Gargan one because I kind of like the colour palette on Matt Gargan's Venom. He's not as shiny. He also did a Deadpool for us because I asked him to. So I got a Deadpool again. There's his name. Same artist. This was done 2015. I've had these for 3 years. So yeah, that again, all hand done. He was going to either do this version or he was going to do the Uncanny X-Force version, which is the white and black suit with the red eyes, but I wanted the standard Deadpool. And this was the original one, which is how I knew about his artwork. He drew this for himself. He didn't. I didn't ask for this one, but I bought it off him because I liked it. Hellboy. And again, I'm trying to get it in a place where the lights of everything don't bounce. Because damn you, glass. Damn you, glass. But yeah, just Hellboy. Again, smoking his cigar, Fist of Doom. He's got, you know, his cannon. And again, where's his name? Down on the rock here, really inconspicuous. Trying to get it in line with the camera. Where are we? Just here on the rock. Get an artist signature. So yeah, Steish, great artist. And again, friend of mine, so I bought them up. I commissioned art of quite a few of my friends. So yeah, that's kind of my thing. If my friends are sort of artists or makers, like I know a couple of my friends are leatherworkers. They make bags and armour and stuff like that. I've actually got a set of gladiator armour back there for the sort of gladiator shows I do at the museums. That was all handmade. And for somebody my size, it's ridiculous. Lego Star Wars. Yeah, Samaritan, sorry, yeah. I just was quickly trying to... I was trying to balance them to get the light off, and I'm like, I can't really see it. It's hand cannon, yeah. Yeah, the Samaritan. But yeah, so that's kind of... I kind of... If I like what my friends do, I commission them. I've got, like I say, I've got a Deadpool and a Decepticon. And some other artwork from a friend of mine called Joanne. I want to have a look at the armour. Sorry for interrupting the Kingdom Hearts. I'm being requested to look for... Oh, 2 seconds. Have I strapped it up? I've strapped it up. This is my very pretty gladiator armour, which I'm going to just unbuckle and show you. Then I can get it into it on this side. And then this goes around the arm. And it basically... I've got like arm straps and more straps and straps, and it basically sits like this. So I've got like a nipple out when I'm wearing it. It's got a big gut plate on it, and it's got like this ridiculous. It's got like chainmail and feathers and battle damage on the shoulder and a bear on it with like cut marks into it. It's great. It's also solid as a rock. Somebody tried to punch us when I was wearing it and I didn't feel it. It was great. It doesn't... The thing is, gladiators were... They were supposed to get cut. It was kind of part of the entertainment. Right, anyway, that distraction's over. But yeah, like, you didn't go to ancient Rome to go see a gladiator fight. Well, one of the blood sport ones that became popular in the later period of the Roman Empire. You didn't go to see them unless you were expecting some blood. Which is why, if you look at depictions of gladiators, in the earlier periods of the Colosseum, they were armoured, like, head to toe. Later periods of gladiators, after Hadrian, a little bit less clothed. In fact, barely clothed at all. You'd be lucky if you had, like, a shoulder piece and a loincloth. Because Hadrian, if I remember my history right, Emperor Hadrian quite liked gladiatrix, which are female gladiators. And they used to come in, like I say, in full armour, chainmail, plate, the lot. And I believe it was Hadrian who decided to introduce them to wearing less clothes and mud wrestling. I mean, don't get us wrong, he was equal opportunities, he made the guys do it too. But, so yes, it is very pretty. It's also very comfortable, Panda Cat. So yeah. Now, I'm going to get on with playing the game because I keep rambling and going on tangents. And I'm blaming Wombat because he keeps distracting us. It's like, what about this thing? And off he goes for 45 minutes. It's like winding up one of them little things and just letting it go. Yeah. So yeah, welcome everybody, including the lurkers. Sorry for the tangents, it's just me being me. I've saved the gorilla. Yay! Jane and the gorilla are safe. I think there's one more gorilla in the treehouse. I think. I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, I just jump off the tree. It's fine. Who needs fall damage? Nope. There are no more gorillas. Off we go! You're very excused and very welcome, Wombat. I actually, I don't mind it. To be fair, it's nice to have somebody to sort of give us stuff to talk about. Otherwise, I'm just, it's me regurgitating a stream of consciousness, just, please don't take your Gundam elsewhere. Gundam, stay here. But, like I say, it's actually really nice because it gives us something to sort of talk about. Otherwise, it's just, how was your day? Fine. I'm from the north of England. The weather's a bit crap. I have a beard. Ta-da. Speaking of having a beard, I don't know if you come in at enough time when me and Rafi earlier on were chatting about hair care and beard care. So we were having a chat about that, yeah. Well, that was something else I can add to my CV of things I do. How do you look after your beard? Well, I wash it, I towel dry it, and I put oil on it, and it's lovely. Which way am I going? Which way am I going? It's this way. Down the slidey thing. Slidey. If I'm remembering right, didn't I only did this like 2 weeks ago for the beginner run? I think it's just down here and then the Clayton boss, which is arguably one of the hardest boss fights in the game because I don't have a cure until I beat him. So, get out of the way, Donald. God. Let's check first if I have any more. I do. I have some more cool stuff. Fire damage, AP and defense. HP and strength. What does White Fang do? Strength, defense, and AP. It dropped me health a little, but increases my AP and my defense. Yeah. Again, like I say, my hair is really long at the minute. I mean, like, it goes off camera. That's how long it is. It's like... like, it's a good couple of feet. I'll swap that out for that. Keep that, and I'll give Goofy Brave Warrior and the Protera chain, and I can give Donald another Protect chain. I don't think I got new weapons for them. No, I didn't, and I don't have that yet until I beat Clayton. Didn't check the abilities, but I'll do that now. Tech boost. Yeah! Goofy has nothing new. Donald has learned Berserk. Perfect. And save again, because if I die, I'll have to remember to put them skills back on, and I'm not doing it because we all know I'll forget. Hey! So yeah. Dodge roll, dodge roll, dodge roll, dodge roll. Just Donald casually gaining, you know, some AP in the background there. Well done, dude. Just don't want to spend your magic points, buddy. Right.
No!
Yeah. What's your excuse this time, buddy?
Clayton?
Not Clayton. Not Clayton.
Alright, let's kill these monkey bros. Actually, let's not kill these monkey bros. Let's beat Clayton up. Where you gone? There you go. I mean, come on, you brought a bloody shotgun to a sword fight. Because a Goofy should take care of the other heartless, so I shouldn't have to really worry about it. I just should focus on Clayton and his gun. Yeah, mine doesn't mind straight. So my brother-in-law's got quite curly hair. He's again, it would be like down to his backside, but it's down to the middle of his back. Actually, no, he's just had a haircut. My sister got tired of it. His wife was just like, I'm gonna trim that down a bit. So it's like shoulder length now, so mid of his back when he pulls it down, I think. But it used to be all the way down. Wow, Clayton, you nearly killed us in one shot, and then you did. And this is why I hate this boss fight. I've got no cure, I've got no defensive spells. And I've got to do the whole fight again. Right, I'm going to ignore chat just briefly while I do this. Okay? Cool. Hurrah! Where are you, Clayton? There you are, buddy. Nope, none of this. Get right in there and just smack his little tash in. Where do you think you're jumping, buddy? And then we'll skip this scene and then try and avoid getting shotgunned. We can't avoid getting shotgunned, you just shotgun straight away. Great. Okay, this is why I hate this boss fight. It's so annoying because I don't have the ability to cure. This thing hits like a train and Clayton's got a shotgun. And then when the two separate, if I beat the chameleon thing, Clayton shoots us with a shotgun off. If I just beat Clayton, it starts firing like, it's got like eye beams. Which it will begin firing. There it goes. So my only, there it's firing again. I've got to basically wail on Clayton while avoiding whatever it's doing. Because if I don't, he shotguns us. And while I'm doing this, I've got to avoid whatever it's doing in the background. Where you going? Yeah! First try! Take that to the face. Yeah, the thing is, I've on this run I've taken the shield and I ditched the staff, so my magic's just, it's gone. And I'm not going to the arena until I reach the end game because I don't want to have to do the Cerberus boss fight. And if I get to the end of the world, beat the world portals. Obviously, every world that you've locked, you don't have to do the fight in the flame. after you've beaten Chernobog. I'm not doing Atlantica because I hate that area and the Ursula boss is a pain, and I'm not doing the Colosseum. I'm literally going to go to the World's End, go past the flames, get into the Behemoth fight, and then the door just before the last boss fight, which is Final Rest. Then I'm going to double back to the Colosseum to get her cup, because all the other cups unlock. I don't have to do them like one after one. I can skip Phil, I can skip Pegasus, I can do Hercules Cup, finish Hercules Cup, and then get the Yellow Trinity, get the puppies, and then get the level 3 air spell. Which will stop me from getting my ass handed to us quite as badly in the last boss fight, because the worst 2 boss fights in this game, well, 3 worst boss fights. Clayton, because you've got no cure spell, you've got to rely on items, and again, ranged attackers that hit like trains is a pain. The next hardest boss fight is Chernobog, which is the big demon from Fantasia, specifically the piece of music Night on Bald Mountain. And then the last boss is a pain, World of Chaos, because you don't have Goofy or Donald with you. It's a solo fight, so you can't use summons. You can't do anything, and obviously he just keeps on hitting you and hitting you and hitting you with that weird blade whirly thing, and then lasers start shooting you. It's just a pain without arrow. Well, without Aeroga. So basically, I'm gonna skip Atlantica and the Colosseum just until I'm at World's End, and then I can go back, do the Colosseum, which I should cakewalk at that point. Grab them stuff. Should all be good. Oh, missed the jump. I forget, where do you learn high jump from? Is it here? I can't remember where you learn high jump from. Don't you learn it from Aladdin? I think you might. I think you might learn it from Agrabah. Or a Calcum. But yeah, like I say, yes. The real question is, why is Chernobog your favourite character? Because that's a more pressing question. Why is a weird demonic representation from the mind of Walt Disney, because he thought it was a good idea to animate classical music? It's not spelled like that. Hold on. I'll get the actual spelling. That's how it's spelt. Spelled Chernobog. He's a demon from the 1940 animated feature Fantasia, which is the representation for the really dark music that they do on Night on Bald Mountain. Is also Night on Bald Mountain / Ave Maria, and it's the whole like dun 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 dun. It's his music plays when I fight him. You'll see when I get there. But yeah, demons. It's time for Exterminatus. He's like, even on the like beginner playthrough when I couldn't change equipment or use a continue, Chernobog is the first sort of roadblock boss that you get to, because he hits like a train. I mean, he's a giant demon. So, and I forgot I could use Tinkerbell in that fight, because Tinkerbell is just the cheat card for this entire game. If you can summon Tinkerbell, you win, because she just keeps on healing you.
Oh, so that's what it meant.
Because he's awesome. I mean,
Friend.
as an idea, Chernobog's not
Sing.
like...
Clayton. Lose heart. No heart. No see friend.
Please don't post links, Panda
No
Cat.
heart.
My bot doesn't work.
Sorry
And I
about
need to take a
what
look
I
at that,
said.
because apparently I need to mod it. It's supposed to block links.
All for one, huh?
It didn't. I really need to fix that. But thanks for doing that, because now I know that I need to fix it. That's handy. Like I see, as a concept, Chernobog is interesting because he's like he was created simply to give character to a piece of music, and like having this
But it's
big
sure not the case.
evil winged demon emerge from a mountaintop and then have the mountaintop sort of erupt into a volcano around him. Visually, it's stunning. And the fact it was obviously animated back in like 38, 39 for the release in 1940 is incredible. And he's he's an original Disney character for that. Speaking of original Disney characters,
What drew the heartless to that world?
The hunter lured them there. It was his lust for power that was the bait. But it seems the bait was too tasty for his own good.
Yeah, he got chopped instead.
the Oogie Boogie Man.
A weak-hearted fool like him stood no chance against the heartless.
1940-ish.
But the boy is a problem. He found one of the keyholes.
Yes, I did,
Fear
Jafar.
not. It will take him ages to find the ring. Besides, he remains blissfully unaware of our other plan.
Yes, the princesses.
They are falling into our hands one by one. Speaking of which,
Yeah, that's Maleficent. She's quite good in this game, but I'm fairly certain... You know what, I'll allow that. I don't even care. Like, at this point, I'm going to try not to swear just in case there are young people who come into this thing, but I'm not responsible for my chat swearing. Like, until I fix the bot, I'm just going to let it happen. Obviously, try and keep it contextual. Don't just keep writing every swear word you know of, please. Apparently, the term that I permitted there was actually the word fuck and why. Not the whole, not F-U, just F-Y. That bot really needs fixing. I finally have a new keyblade. I haven't used a new keyblade in like 2 runs. Oh. Yeah, maybe Leon will know. Back to Traverse Town. Out with the pilot. Let's have another fight and crash the gummy ship again. I'm just skipping the dialogue on this. It's just like, go back to Traverse Town. Yeah, I got you. I'll let the cutscenes play out so people can watch them. I'll be talking over the top of them probably on a random tangent, but here we go. So yeah. Yeah, I'm very certain Maleficent's in the second one as well. I do need to get back to if the Emperor had a text-to-speech device. I really do. It has been a long while since I saw an episode of it. I've got it saved as a playlist on YouTube, so just click on it and it should take us back to the last video I watched and should continue from there. But it's been a while. I'll probably binge watch them tomorrow. Tell you what, I'll do that. I'll binge watch them tomorrow, and then on the stream on Wednesday I'll be up to date. So I'll have like all the Emperor text-to-speech memes. Like I say, I've already got the playlist, but like I say, I'm just gonna click on it and start watching them. So I'll binge watch them tomorrow. No, dude, it's fine. I've actually already got the link saved on my YouTube. I've actually got the playlist. Because I basically watched them up to a certain episode and went, okay, I'm up to date. And obviously the playlist will update, you know, when new episodes come out. And then I just got sidetracked and stopped watching it. And I've never went back to doing it. Much like I've got like, I think I've got 40 things on my Netflix to watch list, not to mention anything that's on Amazon Prime, not to mention anything that's on, you know, regular TV. I don't really watch regular TV, I do like on demand stuff. But the plan is tomorrow I will watch every episode that I haven't seen. I'll be caught up to date, and I'll have all of the Emperor's text-to-speech series up to date. I'll have all the memes, I'll understand all the references for Wednesday's stream. Yeah, the thing is, on one hand, I'm glad there's a lot more good content to stream. Like YouTube creators who are making series rather than just, you know, one-offs. The fact that there's, you know, a whole bunch of creative people from the internet getting involved into the actual sort of TV scene, like actors who've come from the internet originally, or scriptwriters who, you know, started out. I mean, like I love Ruby by Rooster Teeth, and obviously they started out by doing like Red versus Blue. So like, I love content creators in general. I've got a few things that I've wrote myself that I'm planning on making for one of the channels for the Historical Combat Company. Check them out on YouTube. Like, totally not a plug. I'm doing a playthrough of God of War on that channel, as well as obviously doing sword fighting and museum stuff with the guy, doing live displays and all that good stuff. So yeah, totally not a plug. Totally not a plug. So yeah, I've got a bunch of stuff that I need to catch up on. That people tells that I need to watch for either sort of performance, like watch this, why? Because it's got some really good fight scenes and we could, you know, do them and learn the stunts for them and all that. Or watch this film and you'd really enjoy it because it's got this fantasy slint. Or watch this because it's historically accurate. Or like, I got a bunch of stuff that I need to watch for a bunch of different things. But here's the thing: are you following me on YouTube? Because I don't put the videos up on there on YouTube. Tell you what, Wombat, I'll send you a whisper to the channel I'm talking about. Because there's a bunch of us who do it, but I'll whisper you a link to it. Just 2 seconds. That means I have to open my internet. One moment. I apologise. Well, I sort of apologise. Where is that last upload that came out on Sunday? There we are. Copy, back to Twitch, Wombat. You know what, Wombat, you've been here enough, I'm going to add you as a friend on Twitch as well, because I like you and stuff. That's a link that I've just whispered you, Wombat, for the Historical Combat Company. And I will apologise straight away. I had a technical malfunction on the last episode of God of War, episode 9. I recorded an entire episode, thought, excellent, I'll get that uploaded to YouTube, stuck it on YouTube, saved my game off, everything's cool. It uploaded to YouTube, it popped up, I got a message straight away going, where's your mic audio? I was like, what? What do you mean mic audio? Looked on YouTube, hour-long video, gameplay sounds on and everything, my mic's not. I was like, damn, I'll check the video. Check the video footage before I uploaded it. No mic audio. was like, damn, I'll reload God of War and I'll record it again. I'd saved over the save. So my only options were upload it with my mic and just apologise on the next episode when I make episode 10. Just be like, I'm really sorry, I messed up. My mic cable was slightly loose. I moved the thing and it came loose on my PC, so it wasn't picking up the audio. Or go and play 8.5 hours of God of War on the hardest difficulty, by the way, and make sure I picked up all the items I picked up in the last 8.5 hours I played it. Yeah, it just wasn't happening. So yeah, again, like I say, we put a bunch of stuff up on that channel, so if you want to watch us, cool, that would be excellent, that would be much appreciated, Wombat. But we also do, like I say, we do fighting stuff, showing off our armour that we're buying for tournaments and whatnot. There's some live streams from back in May when we were at the fighting tournaments. So yeah, if you're interested in that kind of stuff, Wombat, also they're on Twitter as well. I can just search for the name of the channel I sent you, and you'll find them on Twitter if you want to follow them on there. I don't manage the Twitter account, and I only manage the God of War videos on there. But again, if you want to watch more of me playing video games, that's a place to do that. But again, you get to see other stuff that I do too, and hopefully there's going to be sweet. Thank you very much, Wombat. I will let the guys know that you've done that. Thank you very much. Good point, Pandacat. I will get on with it. See, I get distracted and people just poke them with a stick. Get them moving. Hi, Sid. Okay, you're still not... No, I need to go find Leon. I want us to go find Leon, not Sid. Not Sid. But now we have Red Trinities. Pow! Speaking of getting on with it, Jungle King. Look at all the extra reach I have. Did I get another postcard? I can't remember. No, I didn't. Yuffie. Underground cavern. Yeah, it's connected by a thing. It's got a cave and stuff and things. Thanks, Yuffie. Big help. Whee! Magic pain glove. I am lost on this heretical ship. Tell me what I must do. Your services are no longer required. I have all this extra reach. You will not escape me now, tiny heartless. For I can reach things that were further away. Oh man. Right, best way to do this is head through here, hop to the hotel, out and back. I can't remember which one is my favourite. I think I just like most of the writing in it from what I've seen up to. But it's I don't think I've watched text-to-speech for about a year, so I've got a lot to catch up on. Nothing spawns. Yeah. Right. So we managed to finish Wonderland and Jungle. Let's talk to her first. It's so mysterious. Yes, it is. The most mysterious part is the fact that there's a moon on the back wall, which turns into a sun when I can interact with it, and then turns back into a moon after I've done it, because Sid's apparently hid a gummy ship part in it somewhere. He's like, I hid it there long ago. And like, if it had been a sun the entire time, and then you take the piece out and it turns into a moon, you'd be like, oh, cool, it's been staring at us the whole time. But it's not. Look, it's a moon. It's a moon. And later on it becomes a sun. So it's not like the item was like there the whole time, like Sid says. It's a minor oversight, to be fair. It's different from the others. What does it do? Go ask Sid. I tried to. Thank you. How do you use this magic stone that I was holding on to for luck? I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? I've just been carrying a rock, okay? I like carrying rocks. I mean, then again, to be fair, he is called Squall, and he did decide that he didn't want to be called Squall anymore. He wanted to be called Leon, because he seems to have a kind of thing for the Lionheart thing, so he wanted to be more of a lion-y name. Again, my chatbot loves you, Wombat. It's like, can't put that in there. Why? Because it has this word. Dildoodies. But yeah, I do have to fix my chatbot because it's clearly broken. I need to filter its filters because it's just trying to block anything under weird pretenses. And I have to allow them. So I've allowed that phrase. So I'm going to have to figure that out. Clearly, link posting. It's just like, I'm not working properly. Please fix me. So I'm going to have to... You know what I'll do? Like I say, I'll put text-to-speech on tomorrow. I don't know if it counts in other languages because I've set the stream language to English. I don't know if the chatbot will pick up other swear words from different languages. It's whether it knows the swear words or not, I guess. I'd prefer it if you didn't test it out too extensively. Please. But again, if you want to throw a foreign swear word in there, by all means. If the chatbot catches it, great. If the chatbot doesn't catch it, well then. But yes, the plan is I'll put text-to-speech on tomorrow, and while I've got text-to-speech on, I'll fix my chatbot. Because it's clearly broken, bless it. I do kind of feel sorry for it. It's just like, I'm trying, Master, but you need to tell me what I'm allowed to do or not. You must authorize my permissions. Or at least give me some direction. Or I am all powerful, but have no idea what to do with all that power. I've learned block! You're all screwed! I've learned how to block! So now I can roll, and I can block. Hold on a minute, does that mean I'm level 24? No, level 15. Oh god, okay, that's fine. Yes, I have to, you know, get the sacred unguents out, and then say like the right phrases of passages, and then press the sacred runes while chanting, and I need to have like a little baby with an anti-grav generator fly around my room in like concentric circles that form a pattern while holding a sensor, but it has to be like a real baby. Like I've like lobotomized and jammed a grav engine in, and it has to fly around and have incense everywhere, and then I need to press like the 3 sacred keys and then type in the passphrase that was handed down for generations. It won't catch that because you haven't actually correctly typed in the B in that word. It's not a B. It's actually a German symbol. It's a German letter, and you haven't typed it, so it's not actually the swear word. Just gonna point that out there. Nice try. Try something a bit simpler that doesn't have accents in. Like if it doesn't have accent marks and it doesn't have unique characters. Or if it does have unique characters or accent marks in, put them in and see if the chatbot catches them. That's not how you spell it. Because that B is not a B. So that's a thing. But yes, I have to do all of the Mechanicus stuff tomorrow. Because I've been having a massive problem with Mechanicus stuff anyway. This poor PC here is I see a poor thing. It's expensive and new, and it won't render certain videos because it renders everything fine, not a problem, apart from one thing. And the one thing that it has a problem with is my OBS Studio capture that I do for the Historical Combat Company's God of War playthroughs. Now, obviously, I use Streamlabs OBS for this, but you can't record on Streamlabs OBS, you can only stream, which is fine. It's all I need it for, alright? But my OBS Studio that I use to record videos with, it doesn't like the footage from there for some reason, alright? I need to do some more extensive testing because I spent 4 days. I spent all of Thursday. It caught that one, Panda Cat. So it does do them if you spell them correctly. And I'm going to deny that one. So thanks for that. But yeah, so I've been trying to get this computer to render OBS Studio footage for like 4 days. I've done tests. I've recorded bits with just my webcam being captured and it's fine. I've recorded with just the gameplay being captured and it crashes. I tried capturing it with different settings and it worked once. Then that same video didn't work, and it's just been a massive headache. I've been having like Mechanicus issues. I need to get like, you know, one of the high tech priests to come here and hit it with its righteous hammer of knowledge. But like I've been having troubles with this computer for rendering, and again it's just that one specific thing, and I don't know if it's OBS Studio, the way that it records, compiles, because I'm recording them into MKVs, and then I'm having to remux them into MP4s. Bearing in mind I've done this before with this computer and it was fine. In fact, a few videos that I made that I did that with, it's fine. I don't know if it's specifically OBS Studio it has problems with, or if it's the Elgato HD 60S capture card through the PlayStation that it has problems with. Or if it's a combination of OBS Studio and the HD capture card. I don't know. I have literally no idea. So I've got to do more extensive testing. I've got to figure it out and get Premiere Pro working, because then I can start editing my videos nicely. Because at current, I'm just basically... I'm rendering my video sections like I would if I was to export it as a standard video, with the exception of the video footage. And then what I'm doing is I'm basically setting them up with my little Elgato Stream Deck that I've got down here. This lovely little bit of kit with all the buttons on it, right? And I'm basically setting up the videos as buttons, and I'm essentially doing my videos as a live stream, so to speak. I'm basically pressing the buttons to set the video sequences up, to line them up as if it was a edited set of video. And then I'm doing the gameplay in the middle, and I've got my scene transitions and everything else. And then I've just like, I've got to basically do it in one take, so I can't edit like mistakes out. It works when my mic cable doesn't come loose, but it works. It's just not very elegant. and I can't, like I say, I can't edit, I can't add, like after the fact, I can't like record the video, have something really cool happen and think, oh, I want to put like an effect over that. I can't do it because that footage won't render in Premiere Pro for some reason, so I can't add like an effect on top of it after it's recorded. It's just annoying, and I need to get it fixed. I basically need to go pray to the Omnissiah and get it working. All right, but I'm tired of, like, this is why I do this, right? I can have a rant, I can have a chat, I can play a cool video game. This is easy. I press the stream button and I waffle on, right? And press buttons on the controller and things go pew when I get experience levels up and it's all like woo and great. Speaking of which, screw you, Tech Boost! God! Ground Marines! Charge! Because now I can do this. Let's look at it closer. Block! 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 Excellent. Shouldn't be happy about that, but I really am. But yeah, like this. I press the stream button, I chat. I've got a couple of buttons, like this lovely button here. Oh, it's an intermission, because I'm going away and I've got my little be right back button. Yeah, I've got scene transitions on that, but it's essentially just press the stream button, off it goes, it all works, it's beautiful, it's lovely.
Come on!
But like, if I record God of War and I wanted to put like some extra content into the video, like over the top of it, I wanted to do like a pull zoom with some motion blur. Oh, I wanted to drop like I don't know, like a John Cena meme into something. Like, or something, I want to do anything to that game footage. I actually physically can't. And I don't know why. So. But I get to come on here and play a wholesome game like Kingdom Hearts, chat to some lovely people. Who at the minute is two of yous, but it's still lovely to speak to yous. It's been very nice of yous to follow and all the rest of that stuff. So I can get the affiliate, because when I get to affiliate, I'll have some like emotes and stuff, and that'll be cool. As I can say, I don't really care about the money from Twitch. Like, I just want to be able to do cool stuff with cool people. Like, that's all I'm interested in. And like, if you like the stuff I do, grand. If you like the emotes that I put out, grand. Don't. It's also fine. You know, it's your choice. I want to die to that big guy. I don't want to die to the big guy. Guess what? I got Kira.
Come on!
Come get it, big guy. God! I love that. Donald! Stop being lazy. Good lad. See, the goof troops got it here. Now, let's go see Sid. I can't be bothered to fight these. So yeah. So where is Sid? Is he still? Because he moves at one point in the game, and I can't remember which part it is. At one point, he's not in his item shop anymore. He's outside it, and gets like a dude in. Nobody's here. Cool. What do you got there? Well, if it ain't a gummy block, what's this one's for? Yeah, kidding me. You fly in a gummy ship and you know nothing about navigation gummies. Bunch of pinheads. Into space ain't no playground. Don't know why I made him sound like a... No, I know why. Because I used to voice him when I played Final Fantasy 7 when I was when I was like 12, 13. And the fact that he was like a smoking, swearing kind of badass character. I'm pleased to hear that, Wombat. I'm pleased to hear that. Again, I once said to a friend of mine that the thing that annoys me about this world is that there are so many great stories in it, and people don't appreciate just how many good stories there are, from works of fiction to bizarrely works of actual truth. Like, read your history. There are some fascinating individuals who've existed on this world, but like, there are some parts, obviously, in my knowledge that are gaps. I'm not omnipotent, I don't know everything, but like, I know a lot about 40k, and I mean a lot. I know nearly everything about aliens. The xenomorphs specifically. Apart from some of the stuff that's happening in 40k at the moment with that whole like Eye of Terror explosion thing in the new current storyline, I don't really. Well, you might be right on that, Panda Cat. Like, people do and they don't, but I mean, you look at today's mediums, you've got, more connected than ever before. You've got audiobooks, you've got ebooks, you've got YouTube people who read, like, unabridged. Like, there's a dude who's read, like, all of Lord of the Rings, and I'm fairly certain he's also reading the Silmarillion, which is insane. But, like, on YouTube, you can watch people who read novels, and it's just audio of somebody doing it. Some of them do the voice acting of different characters. Some of them are really good, some of them are fairly amateur. But again, if you just want to, like, I haven't got the time to read a book, but I can listen to it while I'm on the train or something, grand. There's loads of options for you. So, mediums these days, there's so much more information out there for you to be able to access these things and learn about these things than ever before. But as I said to my friend, like I say, there's a podcast again, but as I said to my friend before, like I say, there's so many stories in this world, historical, fiction, or otherwise, right? I've got about 6 universes in my head, like, that I know almost intrinsically. Like, I'm a huge fan of Gaunt's Ghosts, and I mean, don't even get me started on it. I'm actually, because of the whole doing acting as a side thing, again, not mainline, trying to become a stuntman, all the training for the fighting and stuff also has a purpose for that. But either way, even if that doesn't happen, I want to write, I need to obviously write a good script first, and I'm hoping to put some pilots together in the next couple of years. I need to write a good screenplay adaptation of Gaunt's Ghosts for a Netflix, Amazon, something like that, basically an original TV series. The problem with it is, one, I need to get people who sound like what the Tanith are supposed to sound like. And I believe, if I'm reading between the lines correctly, they have a sing-song lilt, which makes us believe that Abnett intends them to be a bit almost Welsh, I guess. So my plan is that, again, I'd need to ask Dan Abnett himself, like, regional accent wise, where are the Tanith? Are we looking like broad Scottish? Are we looking, more Irishy, more Welsh? We're looking Scouse? Like, what we're looking at here, accent wise. And then obviously you've got the Belladonnans and the Vergastites who come from Vergast Hive and join them later on. They've got different accents from different parts, so you can maybe get some American actors in there at some point. Gaunt, again, is, Scholar Imperialer, so he's, classically trained, knows high and low Gothic, all that stuff. So you've got a lot of stuff to pack in there, but obviously you've got to, have the action scenes look cool. You've got to have, the enemies to fight, like the Blood Pact and all that. So I love the universe, I love the world, and I do want to actually write a screenplay adaptation. I know I'm rambling again, but I just need to get this out of my system because Wombat mentioned a thing and it reminds us of everything. I need to get a screenplay of it, like a pilot episode written for Gaunt's Ghosts, and then I need to get it with some of the guys I work with to sort of get a pilot out there, and then I need to get in contact with Abnett and see if there's anything we can do about turning it into a series, because I honestly reckon the 40k universe, especially stuff like Gaunt's Ghosts, which has that kind of ability to get in at a human level, like you're not following superhumans around with like the Astartes and stuff. You're following, regular dudes around who've, got all of the gamut of human emotion. And I think that's why I love Gaunt's Ghosts, is it's a roller coaster. Like, some people are just utter fething bastards. And some are, honourable men. And some do horrible things because they're in bad circumstances. And some do great things by total mistake. And it's epic. And I would love to transform it into an actual series, and I would hope that it was done well enough to be received well, and that would be grand. If I could make that a thing, I'd be golden. But I've got, like I say, universes in my head. Apart from the current meta of 40k, like, I know Papa Smurf's like back in the land of the living, and he's fighting like demon Magnus, and a few other bits and bobs here and there, but like I know a little bit about that, but I haven't really read into the current 40k fluff. But like the rest of the stuff, I know most of it, including like weird sub chapters and stuff that were in Infernal magazine and all that stuff back in the. But yeah, I've got universe after universe after universe in my head, and it's great. And yet, there are some people out there who basically know that like Chantel down the road had like a guy over the other day and it was dead shady, like, right, you know what I mean, like, right, and they watched, you know, The Only Way is Essex and Love Island and just this TV dross that takes no creative talent. It's basically a horror show. You're watching these shows to watch people basically like, so you can look at them and go, oh my god, people like that exist, and I get the appeal of that. But seriously, watching stuff like Big Brother or Love Island or I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, oh man, just no. There are way better things. Like I say, I have so much to do, video game, books, and obviously like TV series, on-demand stuff on Netflix and Amazon and things, that I just don't have time to watch all of the good stuff in a decent clip before the next big thing's out. Like Darksiders 3 is coming out in 5 days, and I want to play that obviously in my own personal time, rather than streaming it and interrupting the Kingdom Hearts stuff. But I've got like 3 games to get through for this in the next 70 days. Streaming 3 days a week. I might have to scale up to 4 days a week maybe, in order to get through this before Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out. Also, Spyro Reignited is a thing. It's just, I don't know, there's so much good stuff and not enough time to do it all. My lord, is that time? Right, this is what we're going to do. Ace Combat 7, did you finally get it? Because here's the plan, right? I'm gonna get to the top of this bell tower, and I'm gonna beat the boss and lock the world, and then I'm gonna be done for the night. Because I think half of Wonderland, followed by all of the deep jungle, followed by basically the other half of Traverse Town. So technically 2 worlds in one stream is pretty good. Oh, you're still waiting for it to come out. And I fell off. I fell off the building. That just sucks. Mid-January. You know what? Since you've been talking about it, and I haven't played any Ace Combat, I will. I'll have a Google through of it, and I'll look Ace Combat 7 up. Because again, I didn't realise they were still making them, but I'll have a look. I mean, it might not be my thing because I'm not really into fighter games. Like I'm not into like space combat games either. I've tried, just not really for me. I like sort of action combat and strategy games. Speaking of strategy games, are you into real-time strategy games at all, Wombat? Or anybody else who might be watching? Who are all very silent. Because there's been a big announcement, which is Command & Conquer and Command & Conquer Red Alert are getting remastered. And by that means they're literally getting remade but not changed. They're just going to be the same game with cool graphics. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it immensely. Because it means if they do that, they might do Red Alert 2. And Red Alert 2 was, but I really want Tiberium's Son. Because that game was epic. But if they do the first Command & Conquer and Red Alert as remasters and they prove popular, then there probably is hope for it. What, really? That there's going to be a Command & Conquer remake? Yeah. And Warcraft 3's been reforged, which is remastered, and that comes out December next year, 2019. So old school real-time strategy's coming back. Yeah. Yes, I haven't played the Thrawn's Revenge mod, but yes, Empire at War was brilliant as a game. Right. Oh look, it's the guard armor. But is it? Alright, bud. I can guard now! Have it! Ooh, what's happening? Ooh. It's not the guard armor, it's the opposite armor. It's called the opposite armor because it turns itself upside down. Stands on its hands, turns its body upside down, and its feet go into like crab claws. Because why not, eh? I might have to look into that. Age of Wonders. Age of Wonders had a recent game. Age of Wonders had Age of Wonders 3 came out, I think, in 2016, maybe 2017. Oh wow, you were like a train. Yeah, Age of Wonders had an Age of Wonders 3. It's the same kind of game. It's you know, still an Age of Wonders game. It's still good. Whoa! What the hell? He turned himself into like a helicopter of death. Yeah, so Age of Wonders had a recent game. I mean, I don't think they're ever going to go back and remaster like Shadow Magic, which arguably is one of the better ones, or Age of Wonders 2, which was again brilliant. But yeah, Age of Wonders has a modern game. It's on Steam if you want to check it out. He hits hard, man. Don't tell us I gotta ring the bell. I've gotta ring the bells again? Are you kidding me? Okay. Alright. Alright. Gotta ring the bells. You know what? I'm gonna be a little cheeky. I'm gonna kill all these. I'm gonna ring the bell to open that door thing. I'm then gonna nick off District 3. From District 3, I'm gonna unlock the door to District 1, and I'm gonna dodge back into the save point and save it there, so that if I do fail, I've already rang the bell. Because that's bloody annoying. But yes, I'm gonna get that boss done and call it a night there, which I mean it might mean that I'll go over 5-10 minutes longer than I meant to. But I did cut Saturday's stream short because I was late streaming because I had all these stuff going on. Also, if I move my webcam, I have. Let's get. There we go. Let's get a little bit closer. Because I moved it before to show you the Transformers. I know, I'm a nerd. We sound like Quasimodo. The bells. I don't think Esmeralda's in this one, but I think she's in Kingdom Hearts 2. Have to keep an eye out for that one. Don't want to go down there yet. I'm gonna hop over here because I think there's a secret through this bit. First and foremost, there's chests. Yay! Mithril shard. It's Mithril. It's hard as the dragon scales, light as a feather. Don't know why I went a bit Welsh there. That's how you get up here. Excellent. Is there a reason to be up here? Other than to fight fly boys? I don't know. Honestly, I don't really care. Ow! Fly boys hit hard as well. Bloody hell. Hopefully I don't have to do the bell thing again. Hopefully I've restarted in this district. Yeah, I did. Woo! Restarting this district. Go away. No, go away. away. I don't want to fight you. I want to run away. Fire.
See ya.
Mystical house. You know what? I'm gonna do this now because there's a save point in here, isn't there? Or do I have to? No, there's this thing. Ah, you thought it was actually the guard armor, but it was me!
There's something
Dio!
about this musty place.
Disguised as the reverse armor. Because that was a segue meme.
It reminds me of the secret place back home, where we used to scribble on the walls. Remember?
Kyrie?
Sora?
Yes, nobody else. Nobody else is seeing that. Well, well. And here he is. The main man. How you doing, buddy? Of course, the king sent me. I'm a sorcerer. I'm Sora, you must be the key bearer. Just a moment, let me get unpacked. Yeah, JoJo's is. The thing that's really interesting about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is it's been going on since like the late 80s, early 90s. It's incredibly long-lived series. And the fact that it's like become one of the biggest memes of sort of 2015 to 2018, like it's been cropping in. There's been little JoJo memes here and there for the people who are into it, but like because anime is now a more accepted thing that people watch, like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is like it's ridiculous. I still don't understand why she's a carriage. Like I still like the thing before I was talking about. It's gone. The thing I complained about, there was like a weird thing. The black fruit in the deep jungle. Heartless everywhere, but there's a sinister black fruit. Like, what the hell, man? It doesn't really explain anything. It makes no sense. Why? Or why? In Merlin's weird, disguised little house that he's packed out of his bag with his teapot and his bed and his piles of books, does he have the fairy godmother sitting in a corner as the bloody carriage? Like, yes, my world has disappeared. I'm worried about Cinderella. Great, fantastic. Why do you sit in a corner and disguise yourself as a carriage? Is it like not to bother him? Weird, man. Just weird. There's a lot in this game that's peculiar, and that is one of them. Save. Right. Right, I'm gonna smash this boss. Lock this world off, and then end the stream. So, let's get it done. And also unlock the arrow spell. Yay! Love arrow. Roly poly, roly, roly poly. I don't even care that you exist. Go away. Beggar, let him smash. No, let him smash. Body was stick, let him smash. I'm not even going to do the other one. Oh look, it's the guard armor again. I thought I beat you last time. I'll just... Apparently you can just stand under him when he does that. That's a nice bit of physics. Get at him, boys! Yeah, we know you turn upside down and have feet hands. You weirdo. Ow. And look at this wheel with his feet hands. That's the one. That's the one I was referencing. But I ain't doing it.
This should help.
No!
Heal.
You have bad armor. You stop that.
Come on. Donald.
Heal Goofy, please! Oh, you've got no magic points, what a shame. Come on, Armor. Come on!
Heal.
Well, Donald's out again. So I'll not be wasting any more potions on that boy. They'll come back naturally. Oh, they sort of do. But there's Goofy, he's back. Goofy best boy.
Heal.
Yeah, take that.
Come on.
Oh, he's turned himself into a cannon.
Heal.
Finished? Any more? Any more? There we go. I believe they also love cannons. That's why I'm led to believe. Come on. Yes! Yes! Get wrecked! Come on! Look, Donald's back! Welcome back to the party, bud!
Come on.
Wish I had scans so I could see how much health he's got left. He's got to do squirrely things! He's going to lob his head at us! What are you doing? You weak... Look at this guy juggling his own face! A madman. What's left here? Just your chest. Come here. Oh, he's a cannon again. Nope. 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 Okay, you point blank Donald if you like, mate.
This should help.
I'm gonna have to get some damage in. There we go! Squirrely Wrath! Hi, California, how are you doing? You decided to speak with the Squirrely Wrath just as I'm about to end the stream. The plan is to lock this keyhole after the boss. Oh yeah. How you been, California? Good? You do. You have exquisite timing. You do. Good. Yeah. Been having some massive computer rendering issues to make videos for Historical Combat Company. It keeps crashing with OBS Studio. Don't know why. Whenever I try to render a video, spent 4 days trying to fix it. Couldn't. Came up with a workaround using the Elgato Stream Deck. Mic cable is loose, so there's an entire hour-long video of God of War with God of War sound, because the capture card and everything from the PlayStation 4 worked, but I'm just talking away, and there's no audio, because the mic cable came a little bit loose. And then I saved over the save, so I can't go back, and I'm not playing 8.5 hours of God of War on Give Me God of War difficulty in order to get back to that point. So I'm just going to have to record episode 10 and be like, yeah, I did a bad thing. Yeah, I know. The thing is, like I say, it's one of those things where, like, I'd already recorded a bunch of videos. I think I'd done 30 in the last sort of, as of yesterday, 30 videos in the last 4 days. So, recorded a bunch. We're doing, like, sections. I was doing them in, like, minute long, 30 seconds. I was doing 15 minutes. I was doing, like, different lengths to see if it was that was causing the problems. I tried doing it with webcam on, webcam off. I tried doing it with just the webcam, no in-game footage, nothing. Just sort of test all the angles. And every time, the mic was fine. When I came to record it, and bear in mind, I'd made one of these render test videos like 5 minutes before I recorded the God of War video. And I must have, because I think I readjusted the mic, which is sitting, you know, just up there. Like, just above my camera, right? I must have, like, when I don't like it there, I'm going to nudge it a little closer, I want to move it a little further away, and the cable came loose out the back of the computer, just pulled the wire. So yeah, it's a thing. So here's the problem, right? I've got all the gear. I do have an idea. I just don't have enough of an idea. And I wasn't expecting my mic to just be like, you know what, dude? You've had 4 days of trouble with your tech. I'll just, you know, work like I always have done. Because I've never had a problem with this Yeti mic since I got it, right? Ever. Never had a problem. And then and again, it wasn't its fault necessarily, just the cable decided to come loose in the back of the computer. Just, nightmare. Anyway. Done. So that's 3 worlds down. 3 worlds down. And that's all I got for today. So yes, thank you very much everybody for joining. If you like, please follow me, because I'm trying to become an affiliate. And I can only become an affiliate if I have people following me. Your choice entirely. You know, there's no benefit to it, other than, you know, I get another tick closer. And you get a cool little thing that pops up on the screen and, you know, thanks you for doing it. And then I thank you personally. I think most of you here are already following us, which is cool. Thank you. However, since California just showed up at the end of my stream, I'll announce when the next stream is. I do have it in a little thing just below this. But I'll be back on Wednesday from 6 PM till about 9 PM. Again, it depends where we're up to. Like, if we're in the middle of a chunk of story and I know it's like another 20 minutes to get to the thing, or there's a cutscene going on, I'll obviously stretch it out a bit more. And because I'm away this Saturday, I will be changing the thing down below from the Saturday one. I will be streaming on Thursday instead, because I am away Friday afternoon all night. I'm going to a party with some friends and making cocktails. So Saturday stream's not going to happen, because I'll not be here for a start. I'll be still up north. So yeah, if you can, join us on Wednesday. If you can, join us on Thursday. I'll update the little live notification thing later on, so it'll tell you when on Thursday. Other than that, you know, follow us on Twitter and I'll be able to give you an update on that. However, I am going to do a thing. I have never raided anybody, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to go and try to raid Dan Lassac. So, let us try this. It is Dan Lassac. So there you go. So here we are. Other than that, I will catch you next time, and we'll go hop over into Dan's channel. See you on Wednesday.